Well, hello, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live from Germany. Not really, I'm in Georgia, but we are in Germany at Frankfurt EDDF. Apparently, I either broke the scenery or this terminal doesn't exist any longer, so we're going to send everybody out in the rain, and they're going to come to us, because why would you have one of the largest international airports in Europe not represented properly in Microsoft Flight Sim? So, as a protest to Azobo, we're going to go ahead and remain here on stand where there's absolutely nothing. Hopefully the passenger bus has enough fuel to come over here and drop off the passengers. Now, another thing I did is update my charts, which I was having a hell of a time getting them to work in the A300 again. Apparently, I had to reinstall the A300 and now they work. So I do have charts in the EFB now on the A300, so that's good because we're going to need it. Because I don't fly in Europe very often. Matter of fact, I think the last time we flew out here was the Euro Tour, and it was spicy. We're online. We got IVAO online. It's going to be a fun one. We're chasing the winds today. I hear the winds are pretty bad up in Edinburgh. Am I saying that properly? Probably not. EGPH, estimated gallons per hour. That's where we're headed, and the winds are supposed to be pretty gnarly up there. So it should be a fun one. Should be fun, something out of the ordinary, mix it up. EDDF default scenery is awesome on my PC, Rob. So I thought it was awesome too, and then Fragtality made me install some other mod, Virtual Frankfurt or something like that, and then yeah, everything just went, it doesn't, I don't know, unless you tell me, does this look correct? It might look correct, I don't know. So blame Fragtality. He's here in the chat. It's all his fault. He's also the reason why we are delayed, because when I reloaded the sim, it took like 20 minutes to load the sim. Anyway, I digress. Lufthansa, thank you for the €5 donation. Appreciate you. Welcome to Germany V1. Try to ignore the grumpy German ATC. It's just the accent. We'll all love you over here. This is going to be epic. Yes. So I don't just update my charts for anyone. I update them for German air traffic control. So I did update the charts because I saw IVAO controller was online for Germany. So it's going to be spicy. No idea how to pronounce anything. No idea. I feel like a fish out of water. So I'm going to have you guys help me out in the chat. I'm sure you'll be ready to help me as always. And on cue, who's calling me right now? No one's calling me. Okay, cool. Edinburgh is only 24 knots. Dublin is 19, gust 37. Oh, Aaron, not bad. I wanted to fly from Dublin to Edinburgh, but the flight was too short, and Aer Lingus didn't have a good livery, a good retro livery. I wanted to actually fly the Alitalia livery, but anyway, enough of that. We're late. Let's jump right into the stream. Again, appreciate the support, the super chat there, Lufthansa. Very kind of you for the super chat. V1 is trying not to be banned on IVAO as well. Exactly. So here we are. Let's go ahead and get some of the basics fired up here on our airplane. Let's do the things that we know how to do. Let's do them first. Oh, good night. That is loud. It's been a minute since I've been in the A300. I'm going to turn the dome light on, storm light on, turn those lights on. We'll get the nav light on for a second here. I'm going to make sure everything's lit up. So I'm going to just stick with the... look at all these charts. Good grief. I don't even know how to handle that right now. Let's go to settings, and let's go to audio, though, because I feel like we're a little bit skewed here. Let's run the master down about 50%, just kind of balance it out a little bit there. All right, cool. With that there, let's continue with a regular overhead flow and get the, like I said, get the airplane up and running. So we'll get our ADIRs in the align mode, 1, 2, and 3. We'll go ahead and put you over there. That's fine by me. Everything coming down the overhead looks good. Fasten the seatbelt sign will leave off. No smoking. We'll go put in the auto position. Nav is in position 1. Turn on the galley power. These will all stay off. Everything looks good here right now. And fuel pumps and heaters are off. Excellent. Pretty good on the overhead. All right. Barely hearing me over the sim sounds. Really? It does seem extra loud. Yes, Ralph, I have the latest A300 patch, so we're good to go there. All right, let's see if I remember how to do this. We're going to go to the ACARS menu, sim brief request. I nailed the Edinburgh pronunciation. All right. Skyworker, welcome to Commercial Pilot. Glad to have you on board. Lufthansa is one of the only few carriers who has flown the entire Airbus line of aircraft. Wow, Jeremy, really? That is pretty cool. I was not aware of that. I will go ahead and hit the align button here. I don't know what our cost index was filed. We're going to do 75. This is us. Our flight number is DLH357. We'll put that right there in the box. That'll leave us to our flight plan. We'll work on that. A init B page. We're going to come back to that after our flight plan, right? So we do have to call some folks today. Let me see. Do we got any digital ATIS on board? EDDF? Nope. Yep. Let's see. Ground. Frankfurt Delta 190 at 12. Rain. The rain started when I started the stream, but then it went away after I was live here for a minute. So. All right. So we're gonna call them up with info Delta. We've got that. Let's go ahead and pull up. Let's see if we can get the actual charts up here though first. All right, Navigraph. This is where, okay, 10-1s. I gotta find the 10-9. There's the airport 10-9. I'm gonna pin that chart. Can we click and drag? Ooh, nice. They've updated the EFB. Clicking and dragging. Okay, so we're over here. Apparently, this doesn't exist anymore. Can we get a scenery tour very quick? Yeah, let me get the airplane fired up first. We'll do a scenery tour when we get everybody boarding. Apparently, this isn't a terminal anymore. Rip. I see now. A terminal's on this side. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, our SID that we filed, though. Terminal 3 is under construction. That would have been nice to know before I loaded in for the 8th time. Like I said, we're just going to leave it be now. We filed the Maroon 1 RNAV, so let me actually pull it up. It's on my Navigraph Charts app. Let me do it in here so you can see what we're doing. We're on the Maroon 3 Kilo or 3 Whiskey. We'll see what they say. I just want to have it up. Remember, I had said this was kind of a tip. When you're anywhere you don't know, you're not familiar with the phraseology and or what the fixes might be, pull out your chart initially. That way when they contact you or when you contact them, you can actually, you might be able to put 2 and 2 together when you're looking at a chart. What's the difference here between the 3K and the 3 Whiskey? Not much, so we'll just have to pay attention. Maro 3 Whiskey, Maro 3 Kilo. And they look pretty similar to me. Frankfurt is an enormous airport. I don't like it. Yeah, it's too big for me already, Spurious Podge. V1's in the UK. He's trying to jump ship. Skyfall. Yeah, I know, man. That's what it sounds like. Feels like. I feel like it. All right, let's call up ground control. Where is my... So one thing that Vatson definitely does better is the frequencies. Like I can just pull up my little vPilot box and it shows me the frequencies. For IVAO, I don't know which frequency to use or when to use it. I have to pull up the... I don't even know where we are here. This is not the right airport. That's Berlin. I'm trying to find EDDF now on the map. Where the hell is EDDF? Okay, come on. We're on 25 left as arrivals only. Ah, okay. That would make sense. So they split them up, departure, arrival. EDDP. I'm in Germany. Why can I not find Frankfurt on this map? Oh, there it is. Jeez. Alright, Frankfurt ground is 121.855. 121.855. Alright. Let's, oh good, we have our lovely radio panel here with the parking brake in the way. 121.855 for ground. We're on.
Contact tower 11990Y. Sorry, my micro.
This guy already sounds mad.
11990 taxi.
IVAO's altitude shows you the frequency online in X-Plane. I don't know Microsoft. Yeah, Victor Silva, I don't see...
Holding point 118, we are November 8 in November.
Unless I...
November 8, November, holding point 18, Condor 3 Charlie Mike.
Oh, I guess I can click on the frequency. Oh, actually, you know what? I can click on the frequency on the client altitude list. All right. And then you can just auto-tune it from there. Oh, good. That's now I love it when Microsoft does that auto-zoom thing. All right, so we got them on 2185. We got Delta. Let's pick up our clearance to Edinburgh. This ought to be funny. I'm already nervous. Where are we at? Frankfurt. Frankfurt ground. Good evening. Lufthansa 357. Information Delta. I'd like to get our clearance to Edinburgh, please.
Lufthansa 357, Frankfurt Apron, good evening. Startup approved, you are cleared to Echo Golf Papa Hotel via Maroon 7 Mike, departure route out of runway 25 left, climb via SID, flight level 70, squawk 6210.
Jesus Christ. All right, cleared to Echo Golf Papa Hotel via the Maroon 7 Mike, 25 left, climb via SID, 370, squawk 6210 for Lufthansa 357.
Lufthansa 357, confirm, climbing flight level 70.
Climb flight level 70 for Lufthansa 357.
Lufthansa 357, readback is correct.
Oh my gosh. All right, 7,000. Okay, so at least we've got what we need. And he gave us 25 left, which is nice. Half the controllers in the US don't give you that. So let's go here, flight plan, EDDF. Let's go to SID, departure, 25 left, and we're on the Maru. Oh, which one was it? Which one was it, chat? Which Maru was it? Which Maru? Help me. Help me, I need to... Which Maru was it? This is why we're banned. One mic. I wrote down 7 mic. I guess I got confused because he said runway 7. All right, so, but I only have one November. Maybe I don't. Let's see.
Frankfurt ground. Good evening. Speedbird 7 Whisky with you on Golf at 5. Airbus A320 requesting clearance to Edinburgh. We have Delta.
We don't have the Maroon 1 mic.
Good evening. Started approved. You are cleared to Echo Golf Papa Hotel via Maroon 7 Mike, departure route out from the
Maroon 7
left. Climb via SID, flight level 70, squawk 1170.
What the hell? And you said 25 left.
Well, they're cleared to Edinburgh via the Maroon 7 Mike, departure, runway 25 left. Climb via SID, initial flight level 70, squawk 1170 for Speedbird 7 Whisky.
Speedbird 7 Whisky, reflex correct.
Speedbird. Speedbird's in chat. Speedbird's in chat. 25 left. 7 Mike. 3, 5, 6. Don't have it. I don't have that departure. I don't have the Maroon 7 Mike. I did update nav data right before the stream started. Let me see if it's on my Navigraph Charts app. Give me a second. Is it because the runway assignment is messing it up, maybe? Maybe 25 center?
And Frankfurt ground, Speedbird 7 Whisky. Just confirm, is that the Maroon 7 Mike? As I haven't got that in the box.
Oh, thank God, Speedbird. He's with us.
Lufthansa 357, yes, it should be Maroon 7 Mike.
Sorry, just to confirm, was that for Speedbird 7 Whisky?
Correction, Speedbird 7 Whisky, yes, it's Maroon 7 Mike.
I don't even have it in this.
Okay, I'll just double check.
Tango,
Speedbird 7 Whisky.
Maroon. Oh, down here. 3 Lima 7.
Gonna treat Charlie Mike, fully ready for departure.
25 center. Okay, 25 center is the runway. All right.
Contact 3 Charlie Mike, contact tower 119-905 in flight
25 center.
119
And that'll put us on the Maroon 7 mic. There it is.
Schönen Abend dir noch. Tschüss.
Jeez. Oh my gosh. I hope you all hit the like button for this stream because I'm gonna be hanging by a thread by the time this is over. Maroon 7 mic, 25 center, even though he said 25 left. but we'll rock it. We'll get a confirmation once we get our taxi out. We'll double check our RNAV off the ground. Okay, we're getting things done. So we're gonna do this crazy flight plan all the way down to gallons per hour airport, and when we get there, we're going to airports, Edinburgh, procedures. What did we file? We filed Tartan. There's no. Oh, good. We don't have a star filed. That's not good. I wonder what they would give us. Maybe the AGP. All right. Well, I'm gonna leave it blank because that means we won't forget if I leave it blank. So we're just gonna leave the arrival completely blank. We'll query ATC once we get a little bit further on. Let's do some actual fueling. Get this airplane ready to go. Let's go over here. Let's go to weight and balance. Update from SimBrief. Let's come over here. Let's go ahead and request the boarding. Oh no, not refueling. Oh, that's gonna take a long time. Let's go ahead and request boarding process. And we're going to apply load to aircraft. No crew is already on board. Apply load. Let's see what we got here. We might take some more fuel. Passenger buses are showing up from the actual terminal. We're out here on the south side where the terminal doesn't exist. What do we have? Flight Dispatch gifting the 5 memberships to the channel. Appreciate you, man. Very, very kind of you. Got a membership from the Speedbed himself. Make sure you say thank you. Looks like he's going to be... I think I heard him calling in. That must be the Speedbed over there. Ooh, look at that Landor livery. Absolutely juicy. So juicy, man. At least we won't go down alone on this one. So appreciate the support, Speedbed. Triple check your fuel load. Yeah, we're going to add a little bit more. I'm going to... shoot. We were supposed to have... 36.5. Let's take 6,000. Let's go up to 50% fuel. Let's get some more fuel than normal. He's going to come here and start filling us up. We're going to take a heck of a lot more fuel. If we got to kick some people off, we'll do it. Got Vector from Tartan the last time. All right, Spurious Podge. That's what I had. That's what SimBrief gave me was Tartan Direct. So I'm just going to leave it. We won't even put a runway in there until we get a little bit closer and we can figure it out. We'll have some time in cruise to kind of get things figured out. But man, I haven't been on the A300 here in a minute. Look, I forgot how juicy this wing is. Look at this. Absolutely love it. Let's go light on fuel again. If you don't remember, or if you weren't around for, what was it, last night's stream, we definitely had some fuel issues. SimBrief doesn't do stars for gallons per hour for some reason. I think in real life they vector you. Okay. Nabil Hamadoui. Well, Nabil, appreciate you becoming a member here on the channel. Thank you for supporting us here at V1 Nation. Exclamation point welcome for your new perks. Don't forget to start engines from the outside view. Ooh, should we do it, Jeremy? Yeah, we'll start them. I've never done an outside engine start, I don't think, right? Oh, no, that's a lie. We did do them from outside view. Yeah, we'll do them from outside view, Jeremy. We'll do at least one from outside view. All right, let's hit the magic barrel ref key. Are we aligned? We are. So with that done, I'm going to kind of come up here, do this, do that. I don't need the storm. We'll keep the dome light on, storm light off. Seatbelt sign is on. Right now we have 10, 20, and 16 is 36,000. So it looks like we really only have. It really looks like we only have our SimBrief fuel. We might. Let's change this. Let's make this. Let's take an extra 10,000. So let's go back. Let's do 4, 6, 5, 7. Nope. 4, 6, 5, 7, 7. 46,000. Apply load. There we go. So that'll update. We'll take a little extra fuel. Let's make sure. There we go. Now we got the fuel that we need. Looks like it's coming on up. That'll be much better. We'll take an extra 10,000 pounds. We're not going to mention the scud running. We won't mention that. No, the scud running is saved for, that was a classified stream. Okay. We're getting back out of here. He said flight level 7,000 initially, so we'll set 7,000. And then let's do our weight and balance. takeoff weight, all that good stuff is applied. So we'll go to performance, runway 25 left. We'll just calculate it from there. We'll just say wet and sink. And then that'll be that. Air conditioning on, Toga off. I heard we're supposed to be doing 15-0 is the way to go. We'll calculate that. Flex. We are going to flex because I don't have... I'm too scared to not flex. I'm too scared to do a Toga takeoff out of here. So we should have 46.5 on here. That goes here. 0 fuel weight. That looks good. 0 fuel weight CG. Will you auto-populate? No, you won't. So, whoa, got the big stutter there. Gross weight CG is 30.8. Well, that's not our gross weights. That's our 0 fuel weight. 0 fuel weight CG 30.8. Cost index 75. Takeoff approach mode. All right. Let me go back to the 0 fuel weight. That's 30.8 and 0.4 down versus 28. That's the mean. That's the at mac. All right, we should be. That's fine. It's not gonna affect us that much. All right, so that's good. We do need to put the speeds in though. 59, 59, 66. Death by pre-select. Nope. Let's go 250. Wait, what's up with that? Alright, 250 pre-selected. I ain't doing that slow to 160 thing. He did say 25 left, but probably 25 center. Okay. I'll double check. Well, once we get everything figured out here. I should also uncage you. Set V2, push in, and pre-select is active. But why don't let's just go 250. That burned me out of Chicago. Let's look at the SID though. Let's see if there's any speed restrictions because that might actually change everything up. Max 200. Yep, there we go. Well, let's see. Max 200 knots all the way around. 230, 230. That's only 2.1. I don't think we'll be at 200 by there, but I think we should put 230. We should put max 230 below 10 or as by ATC. So we'll actually rock this back to 230. Let's just make sure it goes to 230. We're supposed to push in, right? Well, then it goes away, and it goes to 266. Hold on. 230. Pull it. Okay. Pre-select doesn't work for me in the latest version, McKellen? Interesting. Hold shift while scrolling? Yeah, only works sometimes, Operator Dirt. Only works sometimes. 230, 7,000. That's all said and done. Let's go ahead and fire up the APU, and we're about ready to... we'll keep the bleed off until start it up. Here we go. Let's fire it up. Europe ops and stormy weather. This is excellent for a Tuesday. Migs, it's going to be interesting. That's one thing I know for certain. It's going to be interesting. That's your problem too, McAllen? It keeps going back. Yeah, so that was... I don't know why it would keep resulting and going back to 266. There's something a bit off with the speed window in the latest version. All right, so we'll just make sure we don't exceed 230. We'll make sure we don't exceed 230. We'll keep an eye on that. More likes and more fuel. Transition altitude is 5,000. Oh, that's right. I got to set that. Did I fly real life today? No, Shuttlecast. I was supposed to. But I had my trip on the trade board. I actually forgot about it. Because I didn't really like the trip. It was a turn, but it had a long sit in the airport after we got in. And so I got back late. I'm like, man, it's just a long day for a day trip. And I had it on the trade board. Somebody picked it up. All right, sweet. I didn't notice until last night at like 9 o'clock. About ready to go to bed, and then I found out I didn't have to go to work today. So I was like, hey, let's watch a movie. All right, 5,000. The captain is DH is not working either. We'll get both. All right, constraints on. We need to set transition altitude. Let's see, initialization. Is there no transition altitude in the box on the 300? Cost index, cruise, flight ID. Trip alternate. I don't see a transition altitude. I don't think there. You don't think you have to actually put it in. Taff is saying 32, Gus 52, so we might get lucky. Ooh, Aaron, I can't wait, man. We got an extra 10,000 pounds, so we should be fine. All right, that's done. It's been close enough to 3 minutes. Let's get the APU air on. Let's get our fuel tank pumps on. Probe heats are coming on. Seatbelts are on. No smoking is in auto. Don't need the dome light anymore. Man, why is this airplane so loud? Everything seems way louder than before. Alright, never mind the SID. Let's look at the airport reference. How are we going to get there? 10-9. I mean, 2-5 left would be awesome. It's right there. If we go 2-5 center, we're going to have to cross or take uniform mic all the way around. So we've got that in our back pocket, and then we'll know we'll switch to tower. So we should be fine with that. That's actually a pretty simple taxi.
Can you repeat your call sign?
Almost unloaded up. Almost ready. Sure about the extra pounds?
641,
yeah, that's 30, and 16 is 10,000 more. Look at the background, though. No, I didn't call for startup yet, but can we still board? I think that's our last passenger bus. Why is this air? Everything. I have my master Microsoft simulator volume down to 5. Like it's almost off.
Ambulance 641, confirm runway 25 left.
Didn't this happen in the A310? Like everything was pretty good, and then they had updates, and the sounds got completely skewed. I feel like that might be something happening. Something like that might be happening here.
Ambulance 641, if possible, would be appreciated.
Looks like a haboom in the background. Yeah.
Runway, so it's already approved. Yeah.
I'm gonna double check bomb tech my sounds on the PFD. I'm not saying they sound bad. They just sound like they're just way louder than normal. That I remember. All right, we'll just get those on now. Screw it. Let's check this out one more time. Am I messing something up here? Let's go settings, sounds. I'll turn those back down. Let's just put everything at 50%. Alright. Everything's at 50%. 7,000 initial. We should be able to fly the SID in nav mode. And we're supposed to be flexing to 60, right? Flex temp.
Ambulance 641, taxi Sierra 23, hold short
60.
Romeo.
Close enough. Alright, so where are we? We are at the... What is it? Construction? Oh, should have armed those. Southport. Pac-Man. Oh, let's see. I missed a couple of super chaps. Daza T. Arab, or Daza T. Thank you for the £5 donation. Evening, Captain. I'm caught between whether to get this bird or the Learjet. Ooh, that's a tough one, Daza. Whatever you're going to enjoy most flying around. I mean, they're both really awesome airplanes, but completely different tasks. You know, A300 versus a Lear. Very, very different. Thank you for your support. Pac-Man dropping a $20 super chat as well. Here's for the great landing yesterday, Captain. Hopefully the FAA understood after I assume what was a long discussion about that shaker. Hey, I wasn't going to bring up the fact that we had a stick shaker yesterday, Pac-Man, but now that you brought it up, yes, we did have a shaker in the flare. Appreciate the support. Thanks for that massive $20 super chat. Very kind of you. All right. We're G9 at the south ramp. We're push and start. What are we? Where are we at? Frankfurt ground. Lufthansa 357. We're at the south construction ramp, ready for push and start. Oh, I didn't squawk.
Lufthansa 357, pushback approved, facing south.
Push approved facing south for Lufthansa 357. What was my squawk code? I gotta zoom all the way back. I should just pin it.
Frankfurt ground, Speedbird 7 Whisky at Golf 5, request push and start.
I entered it in the chat. I gotta look back.
Push and start approved facing north, Speedbird 7 Whisky.
And Frankfurt ground Lufthansa 357. What was that squawk code again? I'm sorry, we wrote it down wrong.
Lufthansa 357, it's 6210, and for now just push north.
Alright, 6210 push north for Lufthansa 357.
Ambulance 641, contact tower 119er, that's 980, should keep it to south.
Alright, 6210, we'll put it on altitude. Alright, he wants us to face north, so that's gonna be to the left. Alright. No de-icing is required. Why didn't they ask me for nose left? Why didn't they ask me? Uh-oh. Hopefully it doesn't get messed up. We'll have to abort the start. Key 6, thanks for the continued support. Stick shaker is merely a suggestion, like traffic lights and no weapons allowed signs. Exactly. It is just a suggestion, honestly. It's like, hey, you're getting real, do I have to disconnect that?
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Get you off there. Thank you, Key 6. Oh, when they insert the pin? Alright. Gosh, this livery is awesome, isn't it? Yeah, the black radome wingnet. Locking gear. Oh, that's a cool shot right there. I feel a Europe tour coming Speedbird style. Ooh, we're gonna have that 777 coming out soon, right? Gonna have to do some long haul somewhere. Alright, nose left, tail right, Godspeed, here we go. Do I have it bound? Yep, I do. Cool. Roger that. We're in the push. Internet's doing some weird things. Hopefully it's not too bad for y'all. Funny enough, I'm in Frankfurt right now, waiting to get on the 748. Ooh, I'm jealous. I wish we were in a 748. I'd feel much more confident than this old bird. Whole point of Flight Sim is old birds and retro liveries. Jasper, that's what I'm thinking, man. That's what I'm thinking. Trevor, that retro Air Lincoln on the 320 is sweet. I was hoping they had it on the 300, but they didn't. I was going to fly, if they did, I was going to fly the A300 with that livery. That old retro one with the black radome. I think Wingnut posted it in the Discord. but it's for the A320, not the A300. I bet it would look good on the A300 though. Why would you feel more confident in the 747 than the Airbus? Jeremy, oh, the 748, much more modern, man. We'd have our full VNAV. I could just take off and hit LNAV, VNAV, Command A. This is going to be a little bit more spicy. And I haven't flown. I mean, that's the 748 is a child of Magenta airplane, which is what I fly in my daily job, right? So it's much more familiar than this bird. The children of Magenta and this bird is kind of 50-50. It's not really. Look at the rain coming in over the airfield right now, and it's raining on the window. Oh my gosh, I love it. Did we request startup clearance? Do I have to call him for startup clearance? Paulo, we're on IVAO, my man. On IVAO. Look at this cockpit, though. I forgot how awesome it is. Make sure all these are juiced up to the max. This one is more like nav profile, autopilot 1. Pretty tough. All right, let's get ready. All right, we're already good to go. So that's APU bleed is on. They're disconnecting, so now we'll be able to start. We'll turn the storm light on. What's that look like? Ooh, yeah, we'll keep the storm light on. The Germans are gonna be mad. Where's Black Box 711 when you need them? That's who I need in the jump seat. I'm not flying in Germany again until I get Black Box 711 on stream. I wish I could turn down that dome light. I guess I can't. It's a flood light. So, all right, here we go. Let's fire them up. We're gonna use ignition. It's odd. So let's use B, and we'll do it from outside view. You guys want to hear it from outside view, right? So I'll put you right here. We'll start them up.
Clear to start engine.
Watch the flapper on as it gets power. It's a hydraulic power. Oh, that's so cool. You have a McDo, ND, autopilot, auto thrust. What more do you need? A tray table. And a true VNAV. Oh, that is awesome. I tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to, let's come back here. We're going to do what we did in the fly-by-wire. We're going to do it from right here. Right here. That's where we're going to do it from. All right, we got a good start on 1. Here we go. Let's crank 2. That's speed bed in the background. All right. Let's wait for it to finish up. Monitor the start. All right, that looks good. Looks like we got a good start on number 2. So ignition will come off. APU master switch. We'll get the bleed off. APU master is coming off. That's all done on the overhead. Everything looks good there. We might have to come back to that. We'll actually go, once we're getting ready for takeoff, we'll go continuous. We'll We'll do flaps 15, which is really just slats, right? I think 15 and 0.
Speedbird 7 Whiskey ready for taxi.
This is dusk, Mr. Martini.
Whiskey, taxi via Sierra 7, hold short Sierra.
Love it. Alright, let's turn this way down there. It's way loud. Alright, that's all done. Let's go ahead and kill the dome light, though, because it's a little bit bright now. So, we're 15-0 trim. Needs to be...
Confirm your copy.
Right there, that looks good.
If taxi
Speed
Sierra
brakes.
7, hold short Sierra, Speedbird 7 Whiskey.
Arm. Flaps 15-0, speed brakes arm, auto brakes max. And 7,000, we can do
Good afternoon.
nav
Sorry,
and
Throttletek
profile blue.
545.
We're ready.
Running 2545, reach you 5.
Now, what runway we have in the box? In the box, we have... Of course, it doesn't tell you on the takeoff page, because what sense would that make? 25 center is what we have in the box. Frankfurt ground, Lufthansa 357 ready taxi.
Lufthansa 357, taxi Sierra 6, hold short Sierra.
Sierra 6, hold short Sierra for Lufthansa 357. Sierra 6, hold short Sierra. So we're going to make a left turn and hold short of Sierra. Brakes are off. Taxi light is on.
Can you confirm that Boeing 2545 have sent the flight plan?
Which is basically right here. Here we go.
Running 2545, you are locked in as an observer, so I can't see if you put up a flight plan or not.
Why are we not rolling?
Okay, we're going to check now. Now we will listen here.
Speedbird 7 Whiskey, contact Tower 119 at the 905.
My throttle calibration seems way off. That's weird. Sierra 6 holding short of Sierra. Brakes are set.
Lufthansa 357, the same for you, contact Tower 119 at the 905. Have a great flight, bye-bye.
119.9, thanks for the ATC, Lufthansa 357. Alright, 119.9. I got it tuned on there. Does it automatically change it? Yes, it does. Cool. Frankfurt Tower, good evening. Lufthansa 357, Sierra 6, short of Sierra, ready for taxi.
Lufthansa 357 Tower, hello, April Romeo 5.
Apron Romeo 5 for Lufthansa 357. Alright, apron.
Taxi to holding point runway 25 left in intersection Romeo 5 via Sierra 7 Romeo 5.
Alright, taxi holding point 25 left Romeo 5 via Sierra 7 Romeo 5, Lufthansa 357.
Speedbird 7,
Sierra 7 Romeo 5. So basically, we're going to cut off speed.
Yeah, we're ready for taxi. We can take Romeo 5, Speedbird 7 Whiskey.
Alright, I hope we got enough. Hope the FO ran the takeoff data for for Romeo 5.
Sierra 7, hold short Sierra. Sierra 7, can you just repeat for Speedbird 7 Whiskey?
Yeah, just for separation, that the Lufthansa right of you is the first. You can follow the Lufthansa to holding point 25 left via Sierra 7 and Romeo 5. Follow him behind.
Okay, we'll follow the Lufthansa Sierra 7 to Romeo 5. Speedbird 7 Whiskey.
Is this your first time into... Yes. Billy B16, it sure is.
Lufthansa 357, line up 25 left.
Line up 25 left, Lufthansa 357. Yeah, I definitely need to recalibrate. Why would I have to do that? It's like, oh well. We're going to line up 25 left. We'll deal with it. We'll turn the auto thrust on.
Lufthansa 357, 190 degrees, 1 knot, 25 left, clear for takeoff.
25 left, clear for takeoff. Lufthansa 357. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. It's too late now. We might have to go Toga. We're going Toga thrust, chat. We're going Toga thrust.
Speedbird 7, Whisky behind departing Lufthansa, line up runway 25 left, wait behind.
Here we go. Spool them up 50, which is on my hardware is like 90%. I don't know if this SID is going to work. Do we have the wrong departure in the SID? We're going, chat. All right, thrust SRS heading. Nav is blue. Airspeed's alive. Here we go. Thrust set. 100 knots. V1. Rotate. Oh my gosh, that... Is it windy here? It's like wanting to roll to the right. Positive rate, gear up. We're navin'.
Speedbird 7 Whisky, confirm you are just lining up and not taking off. Line up and wait, please.
We are just lining up. Sorry, I think there's an issue with my port. Push the talk button, so we're holding 25 left. Speedbird 7 Whisky.
Roger.
All right, profile climb, profile nav, climb thrust, turning to the left. We got to maintain 230 max. All right, I am not going to do that. We're going to go command A.
Lufthansa 357, contact Langen radar 120.805, bye-bye.
120.805, good day, Lufthansa 357 heavy. I think, all right, 230. We're looking good. Departure, good evening, Lufthansa 357, 4.8, climb at 7,000. Marum 7, Mike.
Lufthansa 357, Langen radar, good day, radar contact, climb flight level 130.
Climb flight level 130, Lufthansa 357 heavy. All right, 130 is set with thrust speed nav. Let's go ahead and go flaps 0. Landing gear lever off. All right, I gotta turn this PFD down. Hey. All right, 230 max on the speed, which is what we've got. We can go ahead and kill the DH-5s for the uncalibrated rad out on the 300. Excellent. We're navin'. We're 230 on the speed. Slats are up. Continuous relight is on. We should probably hit the engine anti-ice while we're climbing out here. Engine anti-ice is on. Not much to look at, chat, so we'll just keep flying the airplane. Oh yeah, set standard. We already passed it at 5K, right? So magic barrel ref key.
Lufthansa 357, direct Maroon.
Go ahead for Lufthansa 357.
Lufthansa 357, direct Maroon.
Direct Lufthansa 357.
Lufthansa 357, negative, direct Maroon, Mike, Alpha, Romeo, Uniform, November.
Direct Maroon, Mike Alpha Romeo, November. Mike Alpha Romeo, Uniform, November, Lufthansa 357. All right, Maroon.
Lufthansa 357, correct, and contact Langen radar 136.955, goodbye, have a nice flight.
All right, we'll contact 3655 for Lufthansa 357.
Lufthansa 357, confirm 136.955.
136.955 for Lufthansa 357.
Correct, goodbye.
What was that noise? Wait, why did my gear handle just go... Wave you off.
Centre, good evening. Speedbird 7 Whisky with you passing 2000.
Alright, we're past that 230 restriction. All right. What'd I say?
Lima Tango Uniform.
Wait, what did I say? You guys are all freaking out.
Daylight VFR or night VFR.
I should have done this in a 320.
Then you have just to listen to my frequency. QNH is currently.
This is me 100% on my first VATSIM flight. I've got the frequency tuned in. I just can't get a word in yet. Now I reset my camera view, of course. Holy crap, look at that view, though.
Lima Alpha, Code 1022, Radarkontakt 800 Fuß, dann einmal direkt rüber zum Köln Tower.
More of an example of why all airliners should have two pilots up front.
975 ist, glaube ich.
I'll get to the super chats in a second. Give me a second, guys. Who, I don't even know who we're talking to. GG Center? Center, good evening, Lufthansa 357, heavy level, flight level 130.
3 inbound, squawk, flight level 240.
I gotta reset my camera here. How'd this happen?
512, German wings 2003.
Lufthansa 1 Echo Jury request further descent. Jupp, kommt gleich.
Yeah. Where's Black Box? Someone get Black
Black
Box 711. Someone get Black Box in the chat. Center Lufthansa 357, heavy level 130.
4 Kilo Papa, direct Delta Kilo Bravo. Delta Kilo Bravo, Juliet Kilo Papa. Lufthansa 1 Echo Juliet, descent flight level 100. Flight level 100, Lufthansa 1 Echo Juliet.
He gave us direct to Maroon. That's why we're on the turn.
Lufthansa 357, radar contact, flight 130, climb flight level 300, direct RPEC.
Climb flight level 300, direct to RPEC, Lufthansa 357. Where am I going? 300, level change, let's go. Direct to where? RPEC. Oh, jeez.
Lufthansa 1 Echo Juliet, rate of descent 1,500.
Was it that one? RPEC. RPEC. RPEC?
Lufthansa 1 Echo Juliet, 1,500 feet per minute. United 76,
I think it was RPEG. I think it was RPEGs. I think it was RPEG. Let's confirm. I'm going to set a good example. We're going to phonetic. And center of Lufthansa 357, confirm RPEG, Alpha Romeo Papa Echo Golf.
20.
Oh, speed bet! Oh my gosh. This whole stream is
Good evening, Speedbird 7 Whisky, passing flight level 100 for flight level 120.
I'm trying to set a good example here. I think it's RPEG, but we need to confirm.
Climb flight level 140, Speedbird 7 Whisky.
Center Lufthansa 357, confirm direct RPEG, Alpha Romeo Papa Echo Golf. Oh my gosh.
Lufthansa 357, what is the request?
I wanted to verify the fix, the RPEG, Alpha Romeo Papa Echo Golf.
Correct.
Direct RPEG, Lufthansa 357.
Lima X-ray 1068, radar contact, flight level 200.
Alright, we're direct RPEG.
Frankfurt is on the grill for the next week, please.
I'm so done.
Lima X-ray 1068, radar contact.
Is this pilot hazing?
Direct Spesa, Lima X-ray.
This, I don't even, I mean,
Lufthansa 1 Echo Juliet, rate of
lots of juice views, right? Lots of juice views. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice breakout for you.
United 76, same to you for rate of descent shows.
I think V1 will not be doing transatlantic flights soon. It will not be coming into Germany. No, actually, it's not that bad.
2003, when ready, descent flight level 150.
It's not that bad. If I had my Airbus,
We are ready, descending 150.
engine and ice coming off. Let's get these lights off.
Delta Whiskey Kilo, descent flight level 70.
Delta Whiskey Kilo, flight level 70.
Oof. Sounds like we've got the same problem as doing VATSIM with the audio. All right, 8. We're climbing. We're doing it now. Let's go back to a profile climb speed.
Continue,
I don't want reset.
continue climb flight level 240, Speedbird
Let's just
7
speed
Whisky.
up. We'll speed up.
United 76, descent 5,000 feet, QNH 1022.
Profile is 325. All right. Hey, we're doing it now. We're doing it now. All right, let me get to some messages finally.
United 7 Whiskey, left direct RPEC.
I've missed all kinds of stuff.
Direct
This is like
I'll
German
pay
pilot.
7 Whiskey.
Guys, if you've supported the channel with a super chat or no, I'm gonna get to you in a second. I'm sorry. This has just been madness here. This has been madness. Let me get back. Let me rewind this chat back here. Matteo Chewy with the £5 donation. I appreciate the support, my friend. Says, I have just opened the balcony window and I could barely close it again. Absolutely vicious weather here in Edinburgh. Good luck with the landing. Matteo Chewy, hey, I'm looking forward to it, man. Appreciate the support. Thank you for that £5 super chat. Migs dropped in a $2 super chat as well, saying truly an American in Deutschland moment. Appreciate you, Migs. And Michael Rudolph coming in with the Swiss francs, Chilean francs. 5 of them. Appreciate you. Good luck on the German Autobahn in the sky. Michael Rudolph, appreciate you, man. It's been fun. This has been fun. Roscoe's in the house, dropping 5 memberships to the channel as well. If you picked up a membership from Fly By Wire for the win, make sure you say thank you. Very kind of you, sir. Appreciate the support. And yeah, we need to take the Airbus, the 320, out of here because this was a lot to chew here in one flight. Romulus, appreciate the 51 months of support as well. I'm sure V1 is cursing me for suggesting EDDF. Romulus, let's see. You and Fragtality are on my not so nice list right now. That's for sure.
Mike, radar contact 5,000 feet.
For right now. All right. I think we finally got it going on here. IVAO giving you the boot too? No, not yet.
Correct. I was stopped now.
To be fair, we didn't. I don't think we did anything wrong. I'm gonna turn this way down. So, to be fair, yeah, I don't think we violated anything. We got to slow it down. Don't feel pressured. Listen, when you're a new pilot and you're flying into some areas you're unfamiliar with, slow down, even though there's all this chatter around you. Verify the fix, verify what you need, and then execute. No one's gonna, I mean, you're the one flying, I mean, in real life, you're in the airplane, the controller's in a nice air-conditioned room, right? So you gotta, don't let ATC fly your airplane, essentially. But it actually has been pretty good. Could have been much worse, I think. Where's the, Roberto's in chat. Roberto, good to see you, man. Roberto, yeah, where's the A300 Throttletek, man? We need that A300 Throttletek, Roberto. If you have Throttletek questions, Roberto's in chat. I was going to do the, I was hoping someone was going to vote for something else so we could use our 7.3 throttle again. We might have to load up the 7.8 because the 7.8 had an update, and I've got a good Throttletek profile for the 7.8 on my engine throttle. So we might do a 7.8 stream next because there's been an update, so we'll check that out. But yeah, if you have Throttletek questions, Roberto's in the house. Good to see you, Roberto. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Whew. All right. Verify your SID runway. Fractality. Let's keep that. Listen. I was trying to slide that one under the
CTR again. You have to contact tower first.
Under the radar, right? Fractality. Let's keep that on the low down.
CTR without any clearance. So
Roberto says we're almost done. Is the 767? Ooh, I cannot wait. Yeah, chat. So we're going to be getting our 7.6 throttle here on the channel. We're going to be flying the Bluebird 7.5, 7.6, probably the Flight Factor 7.6. Give it a whirl as well. That's going to be exciting. Also, the 777, I think it'll be a perfect substitute for a 777. Super excited for that one. Super pumped. Had a customer and missed the takeoff, Bomb Tech? Hey, man, I missed the takeoff, too, and I'm the one flying. Let's do Aero Mexico 789 ops. Trevor, they do have a sweet livery. Oh, that's us. Who?
Radar frequency is 123.925 next flight.
2392 for Lufthansa 357. Good day. All right, 2392.5. So what I'm doing is just clicking on the
Speedbird 7 Whisky contact Langen radar frequencies
on the VATSIM, or not VATSIM, sorry. The 123.925.
1190 full Speedbird 7 Whisky. Good day.
Oh, it's not. Let me try. 1, 2, 3. 925.
Contact Lang Radar on 119 hour, decimal 110, Lufthansa 24 Charlie Lima, thank you and bye.
Uh-oh, hold on. What's happening with my radio? I can't, There we go. 123-925. All right. Center, good evening. Lufthansa 357 Heavy, 25-4, climbing flight level 300.
Lufthansa 357, Bremen radar identified.
Hey! Chase! Does that update happen to have the overwing door flying off mid-flight? Water, good to see you, man. I remember flying IVAO Europe first time. ATC kept answering in French as I had an Air France call sign. I disconnected in panic. Victor Silva. Technically, it's got to be English, right? I mean, if you are flying the native, or if you're, I guess you could use your native language, but they have to know how to use English or speak English as well. That's part of the requirement. Same for pilots too. Center. I don't know how to pronounce any of these controls, so I just say center. I once had London controller yell at everyone because there was not a second to have time to talk on the radio. Everyone was stepping on each other. Yes. Here's another pro tip for talking on the radios. Once you switch frequencies, give yourself like 2 seconds. Give it 2 seconds. If no one keys the mic, then key the mic. You know, if you just flip the frequency over and key the mic, somebody could be in there, taking a breath in between transmissions or whatever it might be. So make sure you give it a second or two, and then start the transmission. Langen radar? Langen radar? Langy radar? I can't, man. I saw several Squawking 7700 on Sunday in the UK. Bunch of go-rounds and diverts. Ooh, really? I guess the weather's been pretty gnarly, huh? I mean, IVAO is popping with traffic out of Frankfurt, though. That was pretty wild. Miggs, thanks for the other $5 super chat, my friend. Says if there's a maroon on the approach to Edinburgh, we're screwed. Miggs, thanks for the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, maroon. I thought he said maroon, but I was like, there's no way it could be that easy. There's no way it's maroon. I'm missing something. Oh, wow. Look at that view, chat. But, yeah, man, that was... I don't know. I wasn't expecting it. Look, I haven't flown. Most streamers will... fly the route a couple times, so you got, a nice professional presentation. Not here, man. We just fired. I'm flying the A300 in since we did the Aruba flight, so almost a month ago. Yeah, screw it. Let's hop in one of the most busiest networks in the system. Fly an airplane we haven't flown in a month. But I think, barring the confusion with the SID in runway, that was my biggest confusion. But we determined that was because the controller gave us a runway.
Good evening, Seabird 7 Whisky at flight level 240, requesting a climb up to flight level 340.
But, I mean, that wasn't too bad. Cowboy style, hell yeah. Why am I climbing so slow? Because we're doing, we're not climbing that slow. We're not in a Lear 35. We just leveled at 300. We should turn the continuous relight off as well. Continuous relight is off. Seatbelts are still on. Let's put you back on the flight plan page. Everything else looks good here. We'll turn the seatbelt sign off. Smoke them if you got them. And this is retro Lufthansa. Let's turn the no smoking off. Ooh, look, there's someone down there marking. Look at that. That's cool. My understanding is French ATC allows French instead of English if it's a native language for you. Yep, and same with a lot in South America. I hear that too. Going down there. The Netherlands has been having some gnarly weather too. Nabil, I wanted to fly KLM City Hopper. Is it City Hopper? Because isn't there some old Fokker routes up here we could take in the weather? Might be pretty good. You can pronounce it Lungen radar. Lungen. Continuous relight only works if the no smoking switch is off. Miggs, hey, full credit for diving in deep with the German ATC. This is why I follow this channel. Actually learn more from these moments than the vanilla A to B flights. Hey, Miggs, I'm glad you learned it. And look, let myself be an example of why you should not feel bad about being hesitant to get in areas you're unfamiliar with. Look, I haven't flown on Europe ATC since our 7K sub tour, which was what, 4+ maybe almost 5 years ago. When did we do that 7K sub tour? When we kicked that off. So yeah, I'm very unfamiliar with it as well. My tip to you though was don't bite off more than you can chew. Like I don't want to say we bit off more than we can chew on this one, but we got close. Like we had a mouthful. Fly an airplane that you're very comfortable with. Like if we did the same flight in the 320, it would have been very vanilla. I would have just been kind of laughing like, where's it when we go? Like because I know the airplane intimately, right? A300, I'm still kind of like, oh, what do I gotta do? Pre-select doing what? I gotta do this. Are we in this? Go direct where? Like it's familiar, but not like I know the 320. So if you're going to go somewhere unfamiliar, make sure you're in an airplane that you are very confident in. I would rank my confidence on this airplane like a 7, and it'll be probably a 9 after this flight. But when we first loaded in, I mean, it's been a month since I've flown it, so I'd put my confidence at a 6 or 7. And if you're going into a radar space that you have 0 confidence in, you need to be 80% or more on your confidence on the airplane level. So that's my formula for you. Make sure you have 80% confidence on your airplane if you're going into a 0% confidence radar control. Same, I was lost my first time on my Veil trying to use default FSX 321. Roscoe, like the...
long overdue. Actum, baby.
Actum! Thank you, Havoc, for the $5 bank angle check, man. Euro 2 long overdue. Well, look, we're getting the 777 soon. We might have to do a long haul over here and revisit. We'll see. We're almost to 50K subs. We'll see. If you keep subbing to the channel, we might hit 50K, or not 50K, 40K rather. So if we get close to 40K, we might have to do another little mini Euro tour, but we'll see. Europe ATC is the ATR is kind of fun. Oh my gosh, I could imagine ATR ops in Europe, man. That would be spicy. I flew FS 2002 on VATSIM. What, did we just see a rocket launch? I'm pretty sure we just had a rocket launch. I don't know what's going on right there. Somebody just launched a rocket off our left wing. Landmark, that's what I was going to say for Roscoe. I flew FS 2002 on VATSIM in Landmark and got banned instantly. Didn't know anything back then. Well, Hasso Basso, make sure you don't log in again because you'll be banned. You'll still be banned. What do you say? But yeah, when Roscoe, yeah, I was going to say Landmark. The Landmark 321 or the Orbit. Orbit 321 with you.
So please repeat for Speedbird 7 Whisky.
Looking at these clouds looks so nice and calming, almost like the comfort of sitting back and listening to a podcast.
If you could climb to flight level 340, that'd be great. Speedbird 7 Whisky.
Kelly Simmer, thanks for the $10 super chat. Appreciate you. Or the $10 bank angle check, rather. Yes, it is nice and calming. Just like listening to a podcast. Just not this podcast.
Turning left heading 280.
Thank you, Kelly Simmer. Hope you have a nice warm latte ready to go. Hope you're sipping on it. I had a couple. I got myself a little coconut water right now.
Hamburg Air,
Really
011, climb
I don't know. I'm thinking I might double up, do a Lear stream or TBM stream, and have a coffee later tonight. We'll see. I got the day off. I feel like I need to live it up, you know?
Lufthansa 357, continue on present heading.
All right, we were in the turn here. Do you want us to stop the heading 325 now?
Affirmative.
All right, well, heading 325, Lufthansa 357 heavy. Spin, baby, spin. Oh, no, 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 no. We'll come back to 325. That's always a tough one. You get a present heading when you're in a turn.
Speedbird 7 Whiskey, climb flight level 340.
All right.
Climb flight level 340. Thanks very much, Speedbird 7 Whisky.
Hey, Speedbird. Thanks for coming along with me on this one. Speedbird. Maybe because there's a speed bit over there. All right, do we need to recruise it? Because we're up to 30. I think we might have had to do a recruise here. Let's come back inside. Nope, automatically did it. Cool. Flight level 300 is set. We're looking good. I'm hoping we'll get vectors, or I think ATC coverage is off. Let me double check for Edinburgh. But right now, we're settling in. Everything is nice and calm. Let's go back. I was kind of vibing with that sundown view. Now, here's the question. Should I wind...
357, direct 10 Lee, time for cooperation.
Direct to 10 Lee for Lufthansa 357, thanks. 10 Lee. That one I understood. Insert, here we go. And make sure you hit nav in the A300. All right, we are back to nav mode. Here we go. So I was going to ask you guys, should I wind the time back? Because we're going to be battling some winds up there. Should we do that in daytime or sunset? Because it's probably not as cool to do it at night, right? I'll put a poll in chat. Air Dave, thanks for the 20 months of support, man. Happy Tuesday to you. I'm Newful. Thank you for the €1 super chat. Appreciate the support. Hey, Roscoe. Yeah. So did you, how you feel about the A300 or A330, Roscoe, being delayed? Daytime? Aerosoft. Tell me how you really feel, Roscoe. All right. I might do a restart of OBS. Is my internet like being weird for y'all? Because I'm showing a 4% drop frame here. Here's the poll for y'all. It looks fine. All right. I wonder why that is. It's because it shows every now and then we're dropping frames, but if it's not...
Direct 10 Lee speed by 7 Whisky.
If it's not that bad, I'll keep it. World travel, Roscoe, yes. World travel. And I like how the default call sign was just the airplane, so it was like World Travel 737. World Travel 747 with you. All right, I feel good now, chat. I feel we're good. We're gonna have a nice flight. It's gonna be juicy, man. I forgot how nice the wing is. What happened to my? I thought we had. Oh, there we are. I was gonna say I thought we had windows. I forgot how to fly this airplane. There you go. There's your realism view if you guys want realism. All scratched up. Pacifica, yes, I love Pacific. So Nabil, I got my sim. Well, I say I got my sim. I have a computer at home now that I've been setting up for just more office stuff, so I can kind of do more things, recorded videos, do some editing on it. I still haven't. I need to figure out how to get my editing software on that. I just think it's going to completely break it. I don't think it's good enough for to run Vegas editing software. But to get some more content out to y'all, I got my other computer running at the house. And over to Unicom. Thanks for the ATC for Lufthansa 357. So I got the sim installed on it to mess around, and I just flew a world travel. What was it? Citation CJ4. Yeah, gotta love it. All right, 122.8. We'll tune it in here. 122.8 for Unicom. And now we can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Pacifica, yeah. Orbit 321, switching. Full-time editor here if you need help with anything. Nabil, awesome, man. Well, thank you for the insight. I might. Good luck in Edinburgh, Captain. It says we say it's blah. What is it, Gina? Blowing a hoolie. Blowing a hoolie. Well, that's good. What's the accent sound like? I need the phonetic, Gina.
Could you do the EM Skipolo for business jet approach? It is very weird. Look it up.
Oh, I'm Newful. Thanks for the $1 bank angle check. The EHAM Schiphol 04 business jet approach. What is that? Well, let's take a look right now since we're settling down into our cruise flight here. Let me see. I wouldn't mind taking a Learjet out in Europe, Chad. We haven't done any corporate jet ops in Europe. That could be spicy. What did you call it, Newful? Business jet approach 04. The only one I see for 04 is the RNP. Looks like you come in off a certain airway and you just fly it like our RNAV. Last minute turn at 100 feet. Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, it's a non-precision. Actually, no, it is a precision. Oh, wow, look at that. It is a precision approach. Oh, no. It's straight on for 04. What do you mean a turn at 100 feet? Unless you were landing this runway, maybe. But if you're landing 04, it looks like it's straight in. Minimums, even at LPV, you can only go down to 250. So, doesn't look too spicy. Straight up RNAV. I mean, Europe does a great job at making charts way more complicated than they have to be. That's for sure. But, alright, what'd the poll say? It's on YouTube. I'll check the YouTube video out. But that chart doesn't look too terrible, but maybe it's a different one. Alright, Scottish Control is online. Alright, 24-5. Good deal, Vodka. Blah in a hoolie. Oh, it's blah in a hoolie? Alright, I guess we're going to wind the time back. So, we should land right about this time right now. So, sim time is currently what? Sim time, where is my clock in this bad boy? Oh, right there in front of my face. Right now it's 16:03 in the sim. Our time to go, so if we were to go direct right now to Edinburgh, 17:05, that would be 1 hour exactly. So we just need to wind the time back 1 hour exactly, and that should be fine. So we'll come here. It's 5:04 p.m. sim time. We'll wind it back to 4:04 sim time. And we should be pretty good. Is there someone right above us? There is. Is that the speed bed? There's a speed bed up there. We're going to go right under the speed bed. Scots are arguably harder to understand. Oh, I'm excited. We'll have to see what this Scotland radar is. What is it? Scottish Control. Where's the? Well, we have some translators. We got Gnar in chat. Aaron, you still here? Will you be able to translate? Just landed an Embraer 195 at Eham. Crosswind was about 34. I nearly lost control, but used the drag of my wingtip on the runway to steer you back. Hey, man. It sounds like you had an idea there. Is this saying something about a helicopter? That's what I heard. Man, the weather is thick out here today. Look at the amount of clouds. You might get a German controller in Scotland. All right, Aaron's still here, so he'll be our translator. One thing about Eham is you can do an approach. Oh, why are you guys calling it Eham? We're going to Edinburgh. Where's Eham? Hamburg? Oh, that's Shipper. Y'all are confusing me with this Eham. Where are we going? Let's look where we're going. Let's go back to... See, how do I just close you off? Eham. And we're going to Edinburgh. Let's take a look at the weather. Amsterdam. Alright, so right now, oh my goodness, 250 at 30, gust 41, light rain, broken 2900. Okay, what kind of runways do we have out here at Edinburgh? 10-9, 24 and 06. And the weather was what? 250. Alright, so we'll be coming from slight right. We'll be landing on 2-4. With a little bit of a crosswind. Gusting to 41 though. Jeez. Landed at 321 in El Salvador. 38 knot crosswind. That was fun. Whoo, yeah, Roberto. You won't forget that one. You won't forget that one, I'm sure. Go to the alternate V1. Screw that place. What is our alternate? There's a helicopter on short final. Now that's something you don't get every day in the U.S. on IVAO or VATSIM. Really, I don't think I've ever heard helicopter traffic on an online network. All right, where did we file though? If I look at my flight, alternate Manchester. What's Manchester look like? Manchester, ooh, 240 at 29. What the runway layout in Manchester look like? Oh, it's from right down the pipe almost in Manchester. Much more manageable. 30 knots. We're going to give it a shot though. We're going to Edinburgh. I think we'll be fine. Edinburgh. Flights. Let's keep you up here. Weather and charts. 10-9. What kind of approaches we got to 2-4? Runways in Edinburgh. EDDF on VATSIM was full, long waits. Yeesh. Either I'm having a brain fart, it's never been a thing in the A300, but are we able to punch a fix in the McDo? Yeah, I think you can, Steve. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to load a fix in the McDo. All right, for 2-4, we got an NDB. We don't want to do that. Oh my goodness, look at that. That'd be exciting. NDB to an ILS arc. I used to do that flying freight. I guess in the 300 it wouldn't be that bad because you could nav this up to the ILS, so it really wouldn't be that bad in an airliner. Let's see what here. NDB Loc 24, NDB. Well, we don't have very many choices, do we? So why is the NDB required? Because this is an RNAV. Oh, because it's the. Is it the beacon? You don't see NDBs very frequently in the U.S. anymore, that's for sure. So it looks like this is part of the Lecter. Edinburgh, EDN. Where's EDN on here? It should be. Aircraft will receive DME, contact radar, air special air crew, ILS, DME or radar required direction. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out why it's an NDB. Maybe that's just the beacon for Cat 3. This is interesting. Why do we have it? Why does this say? I'm actually trying to figure this out. NDB ILS to 2-4. You don't need an NDB for this. Then you join the ILS, DME. It's got to be for a fix, but I don't even see EDN as a. What's LCTR? Is this fancy for the locator beacon? And all this DME is off ITH, which is the ILS DME. I don't know, Roberto. I'm trying to figure out why we got this DME or NDB requirement on here. It's the Loc. The Loc is 1089. What's the star say? 1089. That's the localizer frequency. This is the NDB right here, 341. Oh, it's the locator. Oh my gosh. That's what they. I'm thinking. I keep seeing this. All I see is left center tank pump. Okay, that's Scottish for locator beacon. In the U.S., on a U.S. chart, if you have a beacon here, it would actually have, instead of LCTR, where you have to translate to Scotsman, they would just have the identifier EDN right here. So if this said EDN, that would make 100% sense. But like I said, they really like to make charts more confusing here. So locator beacon is required for the Cat 3 NDB ILS. Or it might be Cat 2, Cat 3 requirement NDB ILS. Yeah, so either way, for Cat 2 or Cat 3, you need the beacon. That's why. We figured it out. Now on this one, much higher. It's EU for locator. I just don't understand, like, why? Okay, I mean, so where are the Scotsmans in the chat? What sense does it make to have LCTR locator instead of the actual name of the locator right here? Because it's not like there's a conflicting EDN. If ITH DME lost before established on low, climb to 3000 and Kissio, ask goodbye. If unable to receive DME, advise ATC radar changes. All right, cool. So we're basically going to do the NDB ILS-24. Roberto says just go to the alternate. Yeah, we're probably going to have to. Going to have to go to the alternate, Roberto. Ginar says, I don't know. I just live here. I need to talk to the, what is it? IASA? Who's the authoritative? Who's the administrator? Pans Ops. Everything else is pretty standard. I just find that so strange that it's called LCTR for locator. All right. Yeah, we figured it out. Great Mystery is been figured out. So we'll set up for this one. We'll pin it. NDB ILS 24, 1089, 240, and straight in ILS 300 above or 200 above the ground. We should have the minimums. The weather is CAA. CAA is in charge up there? Or is it CAA for Scotland? All right. Well, someone get the CAA on the phone and be like, why are we printing left center tank pumps on the charts when it should just be the NDB identifier? EASA, yeah, European Aviation, but a CAA for Scotland will make sense. All right, let's set this up. 1089, 240. We can do that. Let's. We're gonna have some fun. Oh my goodness, do we have the radar? Where's the radar in this thing? Doesn't it work like default? System 1. Turn that gain up. Weather. Yeah, look at that. See, I love this. This is all I need. This is great. Our route of flight here. I was going to go direct GODOS or ROXAT. That'll take us right through some of that yellow. So let's just stay on our flight plan route. Heck, we might even go direct ROXAT. We might stay on a heading to avoid some of that. And looking out the window, definitely looks like there's going to be some more weather up ahead. I guess it looks kind of dark up in this area right here. So I'll get right on that V1, American pilots. It just makes no sense, Aaron. It makes no sense. Do we have ATC for landing? Gosh, I hope not. Why are we going so slow? We're doing 8.0. That's fine. We'll do 8.0. Let's save our fuel. But we did 1089. We're gonna tune all this in. So we'll be super early in our preparation because we're gonna need it with those winds. 1089er on the Lope Freak, and it was 240 on the approach course. Would this be considered visual moisture for icing? BombTech, it sure would, but we got to look at the TAT, and if we look at the TAT or the SAT, SAT is minus 40 or colder. We don't need it. Now, if it was minus 39 up here, then yeah, you would actually need it in cruise. But right now at minus 40 in cruise, not necessary. Now, if we were to start down BombTech, if I were to start a descent right now, you bet anti-ice is coming on. So we're okay right now, but everything else looks good. So we got 1089, 240 on the approach course. We'll set a straight up 200 DH here on both of these. And then we're going to look at our box. I want to... has anybody messed with the secondary? I remember the secondary crashed the sim when it was early access, and they fixed it because it was like a WASM crash. I don't know if I should mess with the secondary right now. What I would like to do, I'm not going to do it. I would definitely copy the secondary and give myself a backup flight plan here, because if we go missed and then the box starts to get a little messed up, it makes it easier to just go secondary and activate. But we're going to wait. We'll leave it. ROXAT, and we'll throw in the approach, though, because we never did. So EGPH, no star, ILS 24 is what we want. And transition is TLA. That's way out on the arc. So we'll do the TLA on the arc. Return. Will it not let me do that? Why are we turning to the left? Okay, no, we're still But look at that. We're doing a nice little deviation here. I like it. V1 last time I entered course was on the E190. Well, checked it on the prep switch. Oh, dude, Roberto, I missed the Embraer, man. That was so easy. You just didn't have to tune anything. I remember when I got on the Airbus, the 320, after being on the Embraer for so long, I was like, wait, you have to actually... Well, you don't have to auto-tune it in the Airbus, but yeah, it was more of like, you know, a whole rad page. I'm like, what's this whole rad nav thing? Embraer, boom, loaded up, course selected, everything for you. And before the Embraer, I was flying old King Airs and Beech 99s, and that was everything manual. It's like, this is so easy. You just load up the approach, and it tunes it, course set, everything. Scottish Radar will give you the star and approach. Excellent. I want to show you a cool little thing you can do or flyby cam, but I'll wait until we're there. I've actually figured out Microsoft Camera System and it works. I kind of figured that out. I like doing our drone cam, and then we just release the camera and it flies by and I can rewind it. The stream is a little stuttery. Really? Seems fine on my end. What do we got? Rocks, ram gun. Let's go direct to Rocksat. Let's fly around some of this weather. We'll go direct to Rocksat. We'll cut that corner. That looks good. Insert. We're navving. Good stream here. All right, cool. I think people come in and just say that to. For a second, I thought we were dumping fuel. Almost had a heart attack. Well, we can't dump fuel in this, so we're good. I found out that you can dump fuel in the Lear 35. Yeah. I dumped it all out of my right tank. Well, almost all of it. That was fun. I'm like, why is my roll trim almost to the max? Oh, Gustavo, are you here? Kind of like you were talking about that accident in Brazil when they had the issue. So I was flying in cruise. I was messing around with the Lear, and I guess I turned on the dump switch. And you can jettison fuel in the Lear 35 out of the tip tanks. And I noticed I was having some directional control problems. And it was definitely because I was jettisoning fuel. So, almost had a repeat of your accident, Gustavo. Except I was up at cruise doing like 290 knots, so it was a little bit easier to control. You almost found out how well a Lear glides. Canadian, we almost found out last night, that's for sure. All right, let's, I tell you what, I'm going to minimize that. Let's put on some nice calming music, and let's have a cabin tour. Does that sound fun? Let's do a cabin tour. Let me check IVAO ATC, make sure we're not going to run into anybody online here that we don't have. We passed the JPIC Center. No, where are we at? Oh, we're actually about to enter. Okay, so we'll do a quick... we're about to hit center at 24.5, but before then, let's do one quick cabin tour, if it lets me. All right. About 5 minutes. So some of these liveries have like custom cabins I saw, but this one looks like a pretty standard one. We're missing our TV there. This is where all the members are in first class, looking good. Notice any differences, Mick? Not really. I really haven't noticed too much. I noticed the sounds seem more pronounced, maybe. Like I have to turn my volume settings way down, but. Oh, the EFB, the iPad switch, works great. Ooh, this is where we should have our next green dot video, chat. How cool would that be? We'll do our in-flight entertainment right here. We'll do our in-flight entertainment right there. Although we might be on a 777 for our next long haul. But the biggest changes, though, now I'm thinking about the iPad, the EFB on it seems much snappier, especially with the charts. Like being able to move my chart around with the cursor, like click and drag, and then also being able to filter charts by the 10.1, 10.9, whatever it is, the actual numbers on the chart. I love the big wing view right here. So that's a big plus for me. Cut through here. I wasn't going to buy the A300. I'm happy with the 310, but seeing Airsoft just push back the 330, oh yeah. Hey, Peter, I'll tell you what. We've done some long flights on the A300. We went JFK to Aruba. We flew the A300 around quite a bit in pre-release, and I remember why I had so much fun with it, because it is a lot of fun to fly. It truly is. And ask me after we land or attempt to land. But it does have a really good flight model. I know that. Even takeoff, it felt good. It just felt good when we took off. And, you know, it's not... It just doesn't feel like a canned, lazy flight model. It definitely feels like the inibuilds team definitely put in some work on getting the flight model accurately. It sounded like we just spooled down. Okay, that just scared me. Oh, we're between layers. That's cool. Gosh, this livery on a 7.4, 10 out of 10. I wish we had a 7.4. Do you know something we don't about the 777? No, I really don't, honestly. I don't know anything about the triple. Although it should be soon, right? All right, we're coming up on, who did I say? 24.5. You'll fly the 777 or Captain Sim? Oh, dude. PMDG only. I was tempted to get the Captain Sim triple just because I want to do some long haul. Like, I want another long hauler as much as y'all. I almost got the Captain Sim, then I watched some videos on it. I'm like, no, not even. It's not even remotely close to anything. It's just a meme.
The Jet 5 Charlie, good evening, sir, Scottish Control. You've to Liverpool via the Lima 15 Airway. After departure, runway 22 left on track, Duffy. Climb, fly level 0.
This guy sounds like he's got a stovepipe in his mouth, a salt and pepper beard, a cigar in the other hand, and a glass of whiskey and a low ball sitting in front of him, and he's keying the mic with his other hand. That's what this guy sounds like. Salt and pepper beard, cigar, and a stovepipe with a whiskey glass.
See the Jet 5 Charlie, read back correct.
He doesn't seem as mean as the Germans, though. That's good. All right, we're at 300 approaching Roxat. Scottish, is it Scottish control? Do we say Scottish control? Sean Connery does sound like... does get that Sean Connery. Captain Scale, Roscoe. Is it, do we call him Scottish Control? I think it's Scottish Control. Yep. Scottish Control, good evening. Lufthansa 357 Heavy, level 300, approaching Roxat. He's probably going to be like, piss off.
375 Heavy, good evening, Scottish Control. Squawk 0666.
All right, squawking 0666 for Lufthansa 357 Heavy. He must not like us.
Scottish Control, good evening. Beaver 10 Whisky with you, flight level
I'd request a new squawk in real life, but hey, can you run that number again?
Beaver 7 Whisky, hello,
666.
Squawk 0140.
Shik, Sean Connery.
0140 for Beaver 7 Whisky.
Like your mother, Trebek. Trebek. I heard Maiden in the background increases.
Attacks 2421.
Welcome to the rock.
Scottish Control. Squawk 1527.
That's a great movie, by the way. Who said that? Tyson? Yeah, I love it. I might watch that tonight. That's a great movie. I love that movie, man. Sean Connery's legit. On a highway to hell.
Where would this taxi?
Alpha 35 Tango Yankee taxi holding point Delta 1, runway 25 via Delta.
Dude, I'll tell you what. I've having some fun on IVAO, man. IVAO is like the Wild West. I feel like IVAO is the Wild West. But everyone's been very nice. I gotta admit, everyone's been very nice. Even the German controllers, like who's this American posing as a Lufthansa? They were all very understanding, and no one seemed angry. So I gotta say, I'm having some fun with IVAO. There's no doubt about it. It's unfortunate they don't have more coverage in the U.S. They definitely have. It's more popular in Europe and then South America. I've seen them on quite a bit.
Lufthansa 357 Heavy. Expect the AGPED 1 Echo arrival. And then vectors ILS runway 24.
All right, we'll expect the AGPED 1 Echo arrival with the ILS 24 for Lufthansa 357. All right, AGPED.
And Speedbird 7.
Speedbird.
Say for yourself, sir. AGPED 1 Echo arrival.
Dude, this controller's awesome.
Vectors ILS
All I hear every time he keys the mic, I just see
Echo
Sean Connery's face.
ILS 24, Whiskey.
I love it. All right, so we got to load up the arrival. AGPED 1 Echo. Arrival. AGPED 1 Echo. Insert that. And that looks good. Let me pull up Navigraph so we can take a look at it here, make sure we're not going to mess anything. So I think we're coming off AGPED. I'll double check. Pretty sure that's where it is. Heaven, max 250 knots. Tartan at 7. There's a couple of speed restrictions there. Max 230. Max flight level 14. MHA, minimum height? Oh, so there's actually a max and a min there. That's in. Really? Minimum holding altitude 7,000 maybe. Minimum hold? Man, that's digging into the memory bank, or I think that's minimum hold. Max 1.4, and Tartan, though, as a fix, though, for us is 7,000. So this would only apply if you were holding, but it is a published 7,000 at, not above or below, 230 knots. So 7,000, 230 at Tartan. Let's make sure that is in our McDo. We'll scroll this down here. Tartan does not look like it is. Make sure that's the right. There's 2 Tartans. All right, so this is, I've seen this happen before. I've seen this happen. We got a double arrival loaded here. So we need to go Roxat, Nateb, AGPED. After AGPED, it should be Heaven. So we've got to get rid of Otbun, get rid of Icebad, get rid of, there we go, yeah, get rid of this Heaven, get rid of this Tartan, and clear the Disco. And sim didn't crash, so that's good. So, zoom it out. So we are Roxat, Nateb, AGPED, Heaven, or Haven, I keep saying Heaven, Haven, which we said is max 250, which is in there. Good. So let's go back. After Haven, it's Tartan. Nateb, AGPED, Haven, Tartan, which is 7,230. Good, it's in the box. From there, we're on the approach star, technically, or approach arc, rather. So that would be the NDB ILS 24. We're expecting vectors from Sean Connery. But if we don't get vectors, we have the arc in the box. So everything else is good. We are 1089, 240 has been verified. Everything looks good. Takeoff approach mode. MDA is 300 feet. We already have the 200 set up. We're not going to do final. Here's an interesting one. With the winds, we might have to come back and do a 1520. But we're going to attempt, just because I'm more comfortable. I'm more comfortable with 3040. That's what we're going to stick with. But if we come down the pipe and it's just too loose, then we'll reset, we'll go around, we'll come back with a different flap setting and see if we have a little bit better control of the aircraft. Now, if you were typed on the 300, you probably would, gusting 40, you'd probably look at that other flap setting right out of the gate. But I'm comfortable with 3040 just because that's what I've done. Did you put that hold in? Is there a hold in there, Zippy? Let me double check. Haven. I don't see a hold. Is it required? All right, pilots should plan for possible descent clearance as followed. AGPED, funnel 7 by Tarpon. Actual descent clearance will be directed by ATC. Standards will be varied. Adhere to maximum speed limits. When aircraft may be instructed direct to waypoints following. Do not proceed beyond Tartan without ATC clearance. Ooh, this is one of those funny ones. So, you don't put this hold in here. I think someone asked me this earlier. This is a big one. The way this is charted, you don't do this hold automatically without an ATC clearance either. If he gives you clear 2, so if they want you to hold at Tartan, it should sound something like this. Lufthansa 357, cleared via the AGPED 1 Echo, or cleared to Tartan via the AGPED 1 Echo arrival. Expect radar vectors on the 2-4 approach. If they clear you to Tartan, that is now your clearance limit fix. All right, and you should get a hold instruction there. And if you don't have anything approaching Tartan, you better be on the radio and you better be asking. And it says do not proceed beyond Tartan without ATC clearance, but you're not just going to turn to inbound traffic without ATC clearance either. So you need to make sure, I'm sure in real life, they're giving out clearances before you get to Tartan anyway. So I don't know. I mean, you should get them before. If you don't get them before, then that's going to put you in the pickle. But you would really need to make sure you don't blow right through here without a clearance, or even querying for a clearance, because you can't just turn into a hold without a clearance either. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We've briefed it. It's in the box. We're good to go. Someone's hot micing. I think he's got that pipe might be hitting his push to talk. Navigraph is still up. Yeah, thanks. I got it. Thanks, GNR. Appreciate you. You should fly in South Africa next. The accent is a trip Stratocast. So there is, I saw Air Afrique livery for the A300. I would love to do some Africa ops. I don't know. 777 is going to open up some stuff. Maybe we fly to South Africa, fly around Africa, go to North Africa. Aaron, you bought the A300? Nice. Surely some mistake.
EasyJet 718.
EasyJet 718.
There is an aircraft on the taxiway behind you.
All right. We're ready. Fly to Joburg, Johannesburg. Stay away from the white powder on the layover. I just saw your updated list. Charts don't work. I was thinking about Cowboys in the Flare. Africa ops would be sweet. I usually fly DC-3. Yeah, Stratocast. I might have to look at that, because isn't there a DC-3 in the sim right now that's pretty good? Or is it good? There's a DC-6 from
EasyJet 5 Charlie, readability 2.
Or
a taxi holding point Alpha 1, runway 22 via Alpha.
What else? There's a what could we fly? Transall. Transall in Africa would be pretty sweet too. I think I'm going to fly this when I get off work tonight. I was going to do it yesterday, but the kiddo got on the computer. You should do it, Bomb Tech. Got to do this one. This ought to be interesting.
Break DC-7.
DC-3 with ductworks is great? Really? All right.
The Airbus, EasyJet Airbus A320.
DC-3 and DC-6 is what we got. All right. DC-6 is a lot of work. DC-3 might be possible, though.
QNH is 994 hectopascals.
I wish we had a... What was the one that the propeller ripped off and, like, ripped the airplane in half? It wasn't a DC-6, but it had 4 engines. Gosh. They took off out of Alaska and they flew all the way back with the controls. The control cables cut into the airframe to get control back. It's just wild. Steam gauge caravan. Ooh.
Standing 350 Alpine 355 Yankee.
We need more props. We need more props. We need more retro. We need. I know we're getting 777.
Jet 5 Charlie via Alpha.
We're all hyphy about that. Definitely hyphy about the A350. But I want some 727s. I want some DC-10s. I want Falcon 50. Electra? Or no, I think was it a Lockheed Electra? It might have been an Electra, yeah. Might have been a Lockheed Electra, yeah, that's what it was. Or was it a Constellation? They all look similar, don't they? Lockheed Constellation? Electra? Yeah, I think it was the Electra that lost a prop, though. But yeah, I really wish we had more props in the sim. DC-6 has a virtual flight engineer with help. That helps a lot. Pascal Hans, I might have to look into this. The thing that I don't like about the DC-6 is the cockpit. Not the fault of PMDG. What I'm saying is like just the way the cockpit looks and the way you sit in front of that square panel. I just don't like. It's hard. It's hard. It just looks different. I'm not used to that. Right now, it seems our only hope for 7.2 is Just Flight, but they're busy with a number of plans. Yeah. Dude, if Just Flight did a 727, lights out. I'd become a professional streamer and just fly the 727. That's all I would do. But I'd be just as not just as happy. I'd be very, very happy for a 7.4. I can't wait for their A300 rendition because as much fun as this puppy is, imagine this with all round gauge and a SIVA going across the pond. That's what we're going to do when that thing comes out. So, and I think that was the F4, F6, F4. I don't know. They're all blending together. But Pan Am, do some Pan Am ops, old school. Ooh, that's a beautiful shot right there. L1011, I'd love that. 732 gravel kit, yes, would love that. You would think, and I've had this discussion a couple times, like you would think older airplanes that are very basic would be easier to model in the sim, right? So take the 73200 for example. 737-200, you don't need to do any FMS. You don't need to do all the coding for that. Heck, if you don't have the time or patience for a SIVA, that's fine. Some of them didn't even have SIVA. So you just have to make a model, and you have to have a good flight model and engines that burn a ton of fuel and catch fire all the time. Similar to what FlyJSim did in the 73200. And you don't have to have all this custom VNAV and all these like high-tech autopilot features. It's literally pitot-static systems and turbojets. That's really what it comes down to. And you would think, at least in my narrow mind, I would think that would be an easier development cycle than something such as the A350, right? Where you have very complex systems and all this digital automation that you have to code in. While automation is easier from the pilot's perspective, I would think that would be harder to program because now you have to program it all happening at these certain times and when it's supposed to happen. Whereas if there's no automation in your airplane, you just build the airplane as is and have the pilot figure it out. Still waiting for a 707. Yeah, we had a great Captain Sim 707 in FSX. Is there a 7.4 Classic? I don't believe so, Aviator Nick. I thought Just Flight mentioned that a long time ago, but I can't confirm it now. It's been so long. I thought they mentioned it, though, a long time ago that they were going to work on a 7.4. Oh, my gosh. A Classic 7.4 would be... Come on. Bee's knees, man. Saab 340, that would be awesome. I think this plane is getting more glass, not less, though. BombTech, this one is, but the Just Flight one is going the other direction. This 300 is getting more updates with their... I'm just going to call it the FedEx package. What is it? USP? I don't know. It's an updated radio stack, which will be cool, no lie. I mean, inibuilds has been knocking it out of the park. I love this airplane. I think they did a really, really good job with it. I like the 310 too, but the 300 is a little bit more visually appealing. Well, I don't know. I say that. I like the Shorty A310. The Shorty A310 is pretty cool too. But there's something about this one that just feels... I don't know how to explain it. I guess the only way to explain it, the A310 kind of reminds me of like default, which it is a default airplane, but I know inibuilds built it. It's a wonderful default airplane, but it still has that default vibe around it. I don't know how else to explain it. This one, it feels, I mean, it is a completely different airplane, but it feels completely different than the 310, in my opinion. And I'm not just saying that. When I get in this bird, from the EFB, the way EFB works, and just the added features, I love it. The whole maintenance thing where you're checking oil and opening the engine cowlings. Yeah, vanilla Buckeye Fly. That's a great way to put it. The 310 is vanilla. It's very vanilla, but it's a great vanilla. I like vanilla ice cream, but this is a banana split right here. You got vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry on this puppy. This plane, like the 7.3, feels very natural. Yes, it does. And my buddy, I don't know if you're on the Discord, so my buddy just typed on the 7.3, and he texted me, he's like, so PMDG did a pretty good job on the 7.3, because he said that's where he got his type rating. He basically, I mean, he didn't even have to go through training. He had so much time on the PMDG 7.3. He said it was so easy. They did a good job with the way the airplane handles, and he even said the trim was pretty accurate, which is interesting because I remember Flight to Sim used to say that the trim was a little inaccurate on the PMDG and Microsoft. But, I mean, he texted me, he's like, dude, it was spot on. Good to know since I just bought it. Aaron, Aaron, are you going to fly out tonight, Aaron? Where are you going to fly? Are you going to be on Vatson or IVAO?
Jet 5 Charlie.
Is there a DC-10 in development, Stratocast? There is a freeware aerodynamics DC-10 in the works. I've been in their Discord for a while now. I kind of pop in every now and then to see images and stuff, but as with, as any default, or not default, excuse me,
Alpha 1, backtrack, line up,
any freeware project, you got to be I get very reserved on my height mode. Now, we have a phenomenal freeware project, the Fly-by-Wire 320. So that is pretty much the standard for freeware right now. If you ask me, what's your standard freeware add-on that's like really good? Fly-by-Wire. So any other freeware project that comes out, if it's not to what Fly-by-Wire is at least now, I'm going to be a little disappointed. And that's a high bar to meet.
Thank you very much. Bonne soirée.
This is Neapolitan. A300 is my favorite now. Very good avionics, and it flies like a caddy. It sure does, JJ Stevens. The one I'm most sad about is the Synaptic 220. I was looking forward to that. Why are you sad about it, Canadian? I thought they were still in development. Is it not? I might be wrong, but I feel Flight Deck to Sim is a bit biased towards X-Plane. He loves it. I mean, look, we each love our own sim. I'll sit here and tell you that X-Plane as a whole in handling characteristics, it's better because the devs in X-Plane put the time in getting their planes to fly properly in X-Plane. There are some planes in X-Plane that don't fly great. Now, when you look at Microsoft as a whole, the devs that really focus on the flight model, I think you could start comparing them to X-Plane. We're talking normal procedures here. So you look at the way this airplane hand flies, in my opinion, the way the 7.3 flies. No, I never flew the 7.3 in real life, but it just feels good. The 146, the Fokker F-28, the Learjet, the developers that really put in time on the flight model, I think, you can start to compare. But I think the biggest problem was the developers didn't know how to maximize the flight model in Microsoft. It's a new sim, so you have all these new devs come over, and if they don't know how to maximize the flight model, everyone complains about the flight model being garbage, which, in their defense, it doesn't fly like you would think an airplane would fly when the flight model is not up to snuff. And so then you get that debate going. But X-Plane, it does have, the developers in X-Plane do take their time. The big ones anyway, the big known names in X-Plane, I feel like they've kind of mastered that whole simulator as part of making flight models within that sim. The Airfoil Labs and Felis are the reason I have X-Plane. Yeah, Stratocast. The flight sim labs, the Airfoil Labs 350, phenomenal rendition of a King Air. Really, really good. The way the whole binding and beta and ground physics in X-Plane, I think developers aside, ground physics in X-Plane is really, really hard to beat. I don't know if that's going to be addressed in 2024 for Microsoft. But where I just put X-Plane ahead of Microsoft is when you do single engine, when you're doing emergencies, especially in the Airbus. That's when we do most of our emergency stuff. You can do it in Microsoft, but it's not the same as X-Plane. and then ground friction and just ground physics, breakaway thrust simulation. Now you start to see that here in Microsoft. I've seen it in the fly-by-wire. I saw it in this bird today, taxiing out. The Learjet has good ground physics. So there are developers that I think are making great improvements in that whole regime, everything around the ground, from wheels coming off the runway to wheels coming back onto the runway, and then everything in between there during taxi. If you have a light airplane, is it running away from you with idle thrust, as it should, depending on the model of aircraft you're in? If you're a really heavy airplane, do you have to use that breakaway thrust to break that ground friction and get the wheels rolling? Because that's how it works in real life. You see that in some add-ons now, which you didn't really see initially when Microsoft first dropped. Camera system is 100% better. Wingnut, look, I used to agree with you, man. I don't agree with you anymore on that, because with Flight Recorder, I love being able to record. Oh, you said camera system. Disregard everything I just said. I agree with you. Camera system's better. Replay system. Flight Recorder, I think the Flight Recorder that we use on this channel is better than X-Plane's replay tool, because even if the sim crashes, I can reload the sim and just relaunch the airplane, and we can watch our replay back. So the Flight Recorder in Microsoft, I think, is superior replay system than X-Plane. Like, we can record our takeoffs, save it, we'll watch them at the end of the stream. Cool. But as far as default camera system, I'm not gonna, I misspoke. Yeah, the camera system, especially the ease of use, like, shift flyby view, spot view, you cannot beat that in X-Plane. That was phenomenal. The stock flyby, yeah. When's your next proficiency check? Randy, so my line check was canceled. I remember, I don't know if you were here for that, but I talked about it. It was canceled for the beginning of this month, and they've got me rescheduled for next month on a turn. So here, check this out. When you get locked into a line check, you can't drop the trip, right? So I have a week of vacation next month, and then I bid a week off after that vacation, so I would have 2 weeks. I also bid for a week off before that vacation, which I got. So technically, I'd have 3 weeks. I would turn 1 week of vacation into 3 weeks off. I had 1 day trip in the middle for that first week of vacation, and they locked me into a line check on that. So I'm like, really? And I can't drop it. So I got my next line check. It'll be first week of February, I think, on that weekend in there. I think like on the 3rd or something. I got a day turn that I got to do that has a line check on it. So that'll be my next one. But it's just like, now I got to shave. I wanted to grow out my beard, but I got to go a week, do that turn with the line check, and then I got 2 weeks off. So it kind of split my 3 week into a 2 week. I like the flight model, the PMDG 738. Many times I hand fly a departure at 20,000 without any issues. Oh yeah, Johan Jacobs, absolutely. The PMDG flight model is great. I think it's still one of the most underrated airplanes. The BAE 146. We need to fly it again. But the BAE 146 also has a really, really nice flight model. I'd be lying to you if I said that you can't throw that one in there. Heck, even the Fokker, all of Just Flight's airplanes. Fokker, BAE 146, throw them in there. If you've never flown them and you're thinking about getting them, try it. You won't be disappointed. I was skeptical. I was very skeptical when Microsoft was out. It was new. One of the first airplanes was the 146. I'm like, okay, what is this going to fly like? My very first rotation, I think I was in the Discord. I think Team Vodka was there, maybe Christy. And I did my first rotation in the 146 in Microsoft and was like, wow, this feels great. This feels just as good as X-Plane. So it can be done. I think a lot of it it comes down to the dev and how much knowledge do they have within the Microsoft system to make a really good flight model. What does your beard have to do with how you fly? Bomb tech, because we got to grow out that's every airline pilot that can grow a beard. We want to grow our beards out, man. And like when you have to go to work and shave it, now I wanted to go 3 weeks and have a full blown beard. Now I gotta let it grow out, shave it, and it's gonna grow out. That's the hardest part about being on reserve, is having to shave all the time. When you don't get called for 2 weeks at a time, and then you gotta shave. It's like, ugh, it's too long to just use a razor, so you gotta use trimmers first, and then you gotta shave. Bombtech, in the U.S., it's a requirement. I think there's only one airline in the U.S. now that allows beards. I think that's... I think there is. But every other airline in the U.S. requires you to be shaved, or clean-shaven for work. They say it's for the O2 mask, but I don't buy it, because all over the world they have beards. I mean, I'm pretty sure I saw a Canadian pilot the other day in the terminal with I mean, he had a beard. It was neatly trimmed. I'm pretty sure it was. Can you do it in Canada? I thought it was like a WestJet guy or something. Allegiant? I think it might be Allegiant, Trevor. Lord. Because I look like a 12-year-old without a beard, so he wants to be taken seriously. Exactly. Totally unrelated, but you have to give Brazilian lemonade a try. Look it up for a recipe. Trevor, I'll look it up. I've never even heard of it. Solely you can have a mustache, Stefan. You'd have a mustache. It has to do with the clean, professional look. That's what they're going for, I think, Andre. All right, we are about ready to start down. Another 10 miles here.
Lufthansa 357 Heavy, descend flight level 260.
Descend to flight level 260, Lufthansa 357 Heavy. All right, 260 is set.
And Speedbird
full level, change it down.
Descend flight level 280.
Send flight level 280, Speedbird 7 Whisky.
All right, here we go. Out of 29.8 for 260. Let's stay ready, chat. It's about to go down. Seatbelt signs are coming on. No smoking is going back into the auto position. Sounds are coming up a little bit. What is all this wind noise here? Hold on. Environment. Let's turn that down. Let's turn that up. Then we'll turn the master up over here. Alright. I think that sounds better. Alright, let's get our charts on this page here in case we need to reference them. Arrival for Edinburgh. Agped. That's us. What keeps clicking? Everything looks good. Because of the winds, we'll go auto brakes low as well, so I don't have to worry about differential brake wear. All right, we're leveling 260, 300 knots. Did they? I wonder. So there used to be a. Ooh. So they fixed the sound. That's another update that I've noticed. Remember, in front of the engine, it was like really quiet, and then behind the engine, it was just loud. So it sounds like they've fixed that. That's good. They've smoothed that transition out. Is that Sean Connery? Yeah, Brian Starks. We were laughing when we first tuned in. It's Sean Connery. What is your weight? My personal weight or the weight of the aircraft? Remember the other day I had problems with my sinuses? Turned out I have a jaw problem. Ooh, causing pressure on my temple and forehead. Canadian, that's not good. That hurts, man. I'm glad somebody picked up my turn today because I have a little bit of a sinus thing going on right now, too. Mario V1 confirmed. Zippy Zapple before, after donuts. Well. Oh, aircraft. Let's see. I don't know what our weight is. Probably be something we should look at. Does it give you an updated? Oh, yeah. What am I doing? Right now, we are 271.5. What's max landing weight?
Lufthansa 357 heavy descend, flight level 220.
Descend to 220 Lufthansa 357 heavy. 220, we're level changing. Here we go.
257 Whisky descend, flight level.
That's what you get for playing 12 years of hockey with 5 of them full contact. Yeah, that'd probably do it to you. Let's call him Mario. Have you looked at Eastern Airlines livery? Yes, it looks really good, JJ Stevens. The whole brushed aluminum liveries I love on the A300. Pilot Boy, yes, the approach is called NDB because the locator beacon is required on the glide slope on the way down. And it says LCTR, locator, it should just be beacon. So if you can't receive the beacon, then they don't want you doing this approach. So NDB ILS 24, if you look at it here, Edinburgh is right here.
And Lufthansa 357 heavy. You can descend now, flight level 090 to the level Cockpit. Mission Tartan.
Alright, descend now to flight level 090 and we'll be level before Tartan, Lufthansa 357 heavy. Alright, 9 blue, level change. Ogped is supposed to be above 26, but we're okay. We're descending on down. We probably don't even need to level change it. Can I go profile? I'll shallow this out here. Actually, you know what? Vertical speed. Do vertical speed 1700. That's fine. Vertical speed. We don't need to be diving down that fast. Actually, Tartan is coming up. Well, that's Haven. No, we're good. We'll shallow it out here. About 1700 feet per minute in the descent. Oh, got Navigraph on the chart too. Medium auto brakes, Zippy? Medium? Alright, we'll go medium. Medium auto brakes. You can also use full reverse on Europe and get yourself banned from Europe too. Oh, we're going full reverse, Lufthansa. Or Lufthansa. Gustavo. We're gonna go full reverse. Haven Max 250. Alright, we'll slow. We'll keep this speed up. Looks like we'll be approaching 9 at Haven, and then we'll slow down. Gusting 41 knots at the airport. Ooh.
Flight level 110,
Speed bad. Max 250 at Haven. We are 30 something miles, 40 miles out. 10,000, 10, 20, 30. Yeah, we'll be good. We'll be good. We'll be able to meet it. Medium brakes is mid. It's a short runway. How short is the runway? I guess I should have looked at that. 10.9. Oh, it's 8,300 feet. That's not that short. 8,300 feet. We want to make Bravo though. So it's probably about 6,000, 7,500 feet for Bravo. We do want to make Bravo. We'll stick with medium brakes. ILS 24 backed up, ready to go. 18.5 for 900,000. It's in meters? No, it's not. It's in feet. It's 8,300 feet. It's 2,500 meters on the chart, but it's in feet as well. Strong winds here in Edinburgh always tend to be aligned with the runway. That's good. Theoretically, if they're aligned with the runway, we shouldn't have that much of an issue, right? $240 degrees, 31 gusting 4-1. Well, this is going to be spicy. Let me get the flight recorder up and ready. Listen, after last night's stream in the Lear going into Burbank on fumes, nothing's going to get me rattled today, chat. Nothing. Other than that German ATC out of Frankfurt. Am I doing return leg? No. Is standby altimeter 29902? Yes, because we're still above transition level. The GPH airport right now is 240, gust 3.8. Showers in the vicinity, broken at 3. All right. What's the VTAR, or what's the Barrow down there? 0988. Is ground speed mini modeled in the Fenix? Yes, it is. I don't know if I'd call it pro bomb tech, but it was something. 988. 8,500 meters is like 8 miles. You got this. I don't know if it was 8,500 meter long, we could do a couple touch and goes on it. All right, we're close enough now where actually I can see that VDEV catching up. Should we try it? Let's try to nav it up. It may not grab it here. Let me shallow this. We also need to slow to 250. Come on, catch it. Ah, I want profile. Well, I need it to hit 250, so it's going to catch the VNav right here. Profile speed, profile descent. And there she goes. So we're catching the VNav for 9,000. Haven's supposed to be at 250, but it's not slowing down. I want to slow it down early. Can I do that in this thing? Descent, let's put 250 in here. Hey, look at that. Little speed brake action. Mateo, we're on the Egg Pie 1 Echo. Alright, now we're getting high on profile, so let's just level change it. That 250 threw us for a loop there. Oh, now it's going to want to speed up. Why can't I take the speed from it? I think this is bugged. I think this pre-select is bugged. I should be able to level change and select my speed and level change. Right? Am I going crazy? That's right. We're 260 knots. That's close enough for Scottish radar. Descend into 9,000. What's the transition level here? Oh, it doesn't seem to work with that on? Really? Yeah, you're right. Look at that. Okay. Thank you. Who said that? So it's bugged with the DH on. All right, 250. We got control of it now. Out of 11, close enough to 10. It's going to get crazy, so let's just turn the lights on now. And let's make the Euros mad. We'll turn the wing light on, too.
Lufthansa 357 Heavy, fly direct Tartan.
Direct Tartan, Lufthansa 357 Heavy. I want to respond in the Sean Connery accent, but I don't want him to think that I'm mocking him. But it's just... Direct Tartan, Lufthansa 357. Pushback. Transition level will be 7,000. All right, thanks, Victor Silva.
Lufthansa 57 direction. Lufthansa 357 Heavy. You can descend altitude 7,000 feet. QNH 989 hectopascals. Transition 080.
All right, descend to 7,000 feet. Transition 080. Copy the altimeter for Lufthansa 357. What was it? So 008 hectos, 090908 hectopascals. Whoa. So I play with the standby here. 090908.
Speedbird 7
0998 989. That's a big difference, chat. 989 or 998. 989 is a big difference. We'll hit the magic barrel ref key, see if it changes it. 29 or 26. Oh yeah, so it is 989. Wow, good thing we set that. Look, it's that was a big jump right there. 89er, we'll set it to the actual pressure that he gave us. 0989er is set. Getting ready to level 7,000 feet. We're direct to Tartan. What time does Sean Connery go to Wimbledon? 10-ish. All right. 250 knots. Daniel Craig is best James Bond, just saying? No way, Tom. No way, man. Sean Connery. Well, wait, Daniel Craig's the new one, right? The blonde guy? This is pretty coming in here. Mitar says 988. All right, so 989 is close enough.
And Lufthansa 357 Heavy, turn right, heading 360 degrees.
Right turn, 360, Lufthansa 357 Heavy. Controversial. Now we're going to start a debate on, hey, it doesn't matter who the best James Bond is, because that looks like the best Scottish sunset I've seen in a while. I was going to say it looks like Orbix down there. Remember all the money you had to spend in X-Plane to make it look this good? Want to talk controversial?
And Speedbird 7 Whiskey, turn right, heading 360 degrees.
Right, heading 360 degrees, Speedbird 7 Whiskey.
Imagine P3D. Look at that. That is just awesome. I know, I had to fire a few shots, Randy. I love this live. I mean, it's a perfect amount of grime on this here. Look at the details on the streaks coming off the bolts there. I love tiny details like that. Oh, look at this with the... Where's my window? You want realism, chat? How's that for realism?
And Lufthansa 357 Heavy, turn left, heading 350 degrees.
Left turn 350, Lufthansa 357 Heavy. Alright, 350 on the heading is set.
And Speedbird 7 Whiskey, same for yourself, sir. Left, fly heading 350 degrees.
Left heading 350 degrees, Speedbird 7 Whiskey.
And Speedbird 7 Whiskey, which is speed when able to 40 knots.
340 knots, Speedbird 7 Whiskey.
Oh, didn't we have a speed restriction at Tartan? 230 at Tartan, but he vectored us before Tartan, so what's the approach say? I'm doing 250. I'm not going to slow down because he vectored us before Tartan. We're going to leave it as is because I know Speedbird is right up our tailpipe. Let's go to the takeoff approach phase. Right now, VAP is 131. Wind correction. Let's start with 5. We'll see what happens with that. We'll see what it looks like on the ground down here. Right now, it's off our right, or off our left, at 70 knots. 70 knots at 7,000 feet. That's pretty good. You can hear it howling. Do not compliment the controller later. Does IVAO have compliments? I legit would.
Lufthansa 357 Heavy, descend now 4,000 feet.
Send now 4,000 feet, Lufthansa 357 Heavy. Dispatch Speedbed. Gifted. Speedbed has dispatched 5 more memberships to the channel. Speedbird, appreciate you. Pilot Boy, Joey Bagpipes, Elias,
Send out to 5,000.
Scott, a few more got a membership. Make sure you say thank you to Flight Dispatch. Very, very kind. Thank you for the support, my friend. Latest METAR, 240 at 3-1, gust 4-1. Juicy. I do have live weather on, JJ Stevens. Live weather is on. Don't scare me. Why would it not be on? It's always on. Live weather or bust. Alright, 2,000 feet to level. Why is it important to tune the ILS course? What if I set the wrong course? Then you won't have a valid signal. Or, no, I'm sorry, you mean course? Because you can get, while if it's an HSI, technically it should still displace correctly. But if you have the wrong course set, you can disorient yourself and fly yourself into a mountain. Insert King Airstream, landing Eureka at minimums, and the course was not set. And I'm like, why is my crosswind so off? My correction so off?
And Lufthansa 357 heavy, turn left, heading 320 degrees.
Left turn 320, Lufthansa 357 heavy. Look at that. Look at us slipping way out. Oh my goodness. Where's Wingnut when you need him? That is a view right there. That is a view right there.
Lufthansa 357 heavy, descend now 3,000 feet.
Descend now 3,000, Lufthansa 357 heavy. CI-24, how far out is that?
Confirm set Unicorn now 122 Alpine 5807. That's Unicorn 122 decimal 8.
We're gonna need to slow down. At approach, Lufthansa 357, request reduce speed to 180 knots.
Lufthansa 357 heavy, 160 knots into 4 DB.
160 Del 4 out for you, Lufthansa 357 heavy.
And Speedbird 7 Whiskey, reduce speed 180 knots.
So on the 160 now.
180 knots, Speedbird 7 Whiskey.
Oh my gosh, look at the...
Lufthansa 357 heavy, turn left, heading 260 degrees, clean ILS, runway 24. Report established.
Left turn 260, join the ILS 24, report established for Lufthansa 357 heavy. Alright, 260 on the heading. Report established. So we'll go loc on. Flaps 15.
Reverse 7 Whiskey, turn left, heading 320 degrees.
Left heading 320 degrees.
This is epic.
And Speedbird 7 Whiskey, descend now 3,000 feet.
Down 3,000, Speedbird 7 Whiskey.
18705.
Lufthansa 357 heavy, confirm your 160 knots.
That's affirmative, we're at 160 knots, Lufthansa 357 heavy.
Lufthansa 357 heavy, roger, thank you.
Contact tower 18705. I got a message for that.
It's Speedbird 7.
Keep it ready. 118. Oh my gosh, come on, baby. Looks like we're joining the loc now. I think it was 05. That's close enough. 118705. Final approach, Lufthansa 357 Heavy established, localizer 24. Alright, I'm going to switch the tower. Tower, good evening, Lufthansa 357 Heavy, level 3000, localizer 24. Nope, 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 nope. We're gonna blow through this. Tower Lufthansa 357 Heavy on the localizer 24.
Lufthansa 357 Heavy, did you say localizer or ILS for runway 24?
We were told to join the loc. We haven't gotten approach clearance yet for 24.
Roger, Lufthansa 375 Heavy, continue approach runway 24, you're cleared on the ILS. Continue approach here, number 1.
Alright, continue approach for 24, Lufthansa 357 Heavy. Alright, glide slope is armed. We're about to cap it now. The other controller never gave me a handoff, so we got all messed up. Alright, recording's on though.
Lufthansa 357 Heavy, report indicated airspeed please.
Right now we're doing 160 knots for Lufthansa 357 Heavy. What do you need?
Lufthansa 357 Heavy, roger. You've just got plane right up your backside there. You've got a speedbird right there, so I was just saying, can you speed up to 170?
We'll do 170 for a little bit for Lufthansa 357 Heavy.
Not speedbird, correction. Lufthansa 357 Heavy, roger. Do 170, and I can tell you when to go back to your final speed.
Alright, well, we can hold 170 to about 5 DME, and then we got to slow it up.
Roger that speedbird. I keep saying speedbird. Lufthansa 357 Heavy, roger. 170 to 5 DME.
Alright, 175 out of Lufthansa 357 Heavy. Alright, 6.6. This is going to be a chop and drop. What is our approach speed? The other guy's trying to hand me over? What do we got? 136. That's what we're looking for. Alright, here we go. Dial it in. We're going to say 136. Lufthansa 357 Heavy, we're slowing the final approach. You're down.
I was going to say speedbird then. Lufthansa 357 Heavy, roger that. Slow down to whatever speed you want. Speedbird 7 Whisky.
Tower, good evening. Speedbird 7 Whisky, 10 mile final.
Speedbird 7 Whisky, roger that. You're cool. Continue approach, you're number 2. Please maintain lowest practical
Why didn't the gear
speed.
come down? Reposition gear switch.
Number 2, Speedbird 7 Whisky.
Ay, 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 ay. More flaps, more flaps, more flaps, more flaps.
And Lufthansa 357 Heavy.
Runway's in sight.
Surface winds 240 at 3B1 knots, gusting 41, clear to land, runway 24.
Runway 24, clear to land, Lufthansa 357 Heavy. Alright, jeez. We'll get our auto brakes back on. Auto brakes, medium.
Speedbird 7 Whisky.
I'm going to bump this up.
Late landing clearance.
138.
Late landing clearance, Speedbird 7 Whisky.
So the speedbird has ground speed mini, so he's definitely going to be eating us up. Our ground speed right now, oh my gosh, our ground speed is 87 knots. 87 knots. We're at 1,300 feet. Flight recorder's on. Flight recorder's on. Our gear is down. Flaps are full. We're on speed. Runway's in sight. We're looking pretty good, actually. We're looking pretty good. I gotta remember, where was my... I can't remember if my disconnect... Oh, no, I don't remember where my auto throttle disconnect button is. I either bound it to the left side or right side. This got us last time where we ended up going to Toga. Let's hope this works. Alright, manual thrust, I got it. I'm gonna do manual thrust here. Get a little feel for the airplane. Oh no. We've got like a weird profile with our thrust. It's not calibrated properly. Autopilot's off. Alright, my airplane on speed, Cat 1. Oh yeah, definitely got a little bit of a drift there. I'll come back. Pretty much straight down the pipe right now. 43 knots. Whoa, sinking. It's definitely gusting at 41. I can see it flickering down there. 35 now. A little bit left of center line, I'm correcting. There it drops off again, power. Not too much, not too much. A little low, that's fine.
Lufthansa 357 Heavy, vacate left when able.
A 527? Woof. Right on the buzzer. Where's Wingnut? Oh, dang it, he's here. Oh my gosh. Hold on, baby. Kablamo! A 527? Really? We'll see. That does seem firm. That seems really firm, though.
357 Heavy, welcome to Edinburgh. Continue on Alpha, then contact around on a 121.75. Bye-bye.
121.75, thanks for the ATC for Lufthansa 357 Heavy.
Bye-bye. I'm Speedbird 7 Whisky, services
Let's clear the runway.
knots, gusting 41, runway 24, clear to land.
Clear on runway 24, Speedbird 7 Whisky.
Alright, 21-9er. Where are we going? Let's go ahead and stop here. Alright. Whew. Nope, didn't want that. Ground, good evening. Lufthansa 357 will clear 24, and we don't have a gate assignment yet. We'll take any available gate.
Lufthansa 357 Heavy, this is Tower. Go to ground, 121.755.
Apologies. Alright, that's weird. It says 2170.
No problem.
121.755. It says that on my 21.755. Why is that not? Huh. Okay. Ground Lufthansa 357 Heavy, off 24, texted. We don't have a gate assignment yet. We'll take any available gate.
Lufthansa 357, taxi via Alpha, Echo and Foxtrot to gate 7.
Alpha, Echo, Foxtrot, gate 10, Lufthansa 357, thanks. Click it over to the right side. Oh. Gate 7, Lufthansa 357, thank you. Oh. Alright, we're good. Let's go to gate 7. Let's go to gate 7. We're cleaned up. Gate 7? Do we have a Gate 7? So look, this is my problem though. So, you see, look how much I have to move it, and then it just shoots to like 100% at the very end. So there's something with the profile, which that's why we landed hard. Wingnut, add that. my thrust profile was off. My thrust profile. I wonder why that is. Why did that get? No, it's not calibrated for the Lear. I switched it over. I'll have to check in settings. When we get to the gate, we'll check. Let me check here where we're going for gates. Alpha, Echo, and Foxtrot. To gate 7. I think we can do that. Alpha Echo, Fox to gate 7. Hey, can we select the GSX thing? Oof. Nope. A recalibration after update? Really? In the EFB. You're right. Maybe is there an EFB calibration I need to do? I survived IVAO Europe. Hey, we survived. We did survive. Inibuilds adjusted thrust calibration. Huh. Bosco says, my Mad Dog landings don't look so bad anymore. I didn't think it was that bad. We're gonna look. 500? That's really hard. That's the hardest I think we've ever had. Minus if we've ever crashed anywhere.
Speedbird Whiskey, stand by. Never mind. Whiskey, taxi via Alpha, Echo, and Foxtrot.
Yeah, it is frustrating. I have to go like Toga to get any thrust.
Alpha, Echo, Foxtrot for stand 8. Thanks very much.
That's why. It went to idle before I thought we went to idle. That's what it was, chat. That's what it was. That's why we landed hard. I thought I had power setting in there and it was just idle. It's a nice little scenery, though. Alright, brakes are set. Man, we got... The terminal is wide open there. You can see right in there. Okay. Let's go ahead and disconnect. That was fun.
Syria Mike Alpha, radio 5.5.
Speedbed made it in. We ERPed it. Let's get our lights set. Now let's check out this replay. Lights are on. Real quick though, you said there's throttle calibration. Oh my gosh. Set idle. Set Toga. Oh, that's way better. That's how it should be. Come on, chat. You let me down on that one. All right, here you go. Let's get the flaps out. Blasting their eyes with the taxi lights. That's because I don't want to have to turn them off and turn them back on for a replay. Let's wind the time back so we can see it when we landed. We landed about 10 minutes ago. Maybe a little longer so we can see a little better. We'll wind it right about there. Flaps are coming in. Speedbird probably managed to contact... Well, no, so... No, I will show y'all... Here. Oh, you can't see this menu. So on the... I was switching stuff on the pilot client. And when you switch it, it changes the frequency, but it doesn't change... It's weird. There's no other way I can't show. How can I show this to you? You guys won't believe me. You click the frequency to switch over, and it changes the numbers, but you have to do it twice to actually change it because it like hangs or something. I've already disconnected, so we're good. All right, let's take the replay. Let's go replay mode. Let's see how this looked. We're gonna go straight to the touchdown because I want to see this. Wingnut's over here talking smack already, getting use out of his crash test dummy emoji. We're gonna find out right here. We're gonna find out right here, right now. Oh man, that looks beautiful though. I love the A300. It doesn't stop you getting a number. We told you to recall Frankfurt. You said we'll figure it out in Edinburgh. Yeah, I forgot all about it. I would have done it in cruise. All right, we'll watch this. I want to watch the whole thing, but I want to see this. We came in low. We lost a lot of power there we lost a lot of altitude coming in. And then like I didn't think I was at idle, but we were already at idle. That's a 550? Let's see. I don't know. 550? We definitely needed a flare more. I think I was driving the mains in. Watch. Oh, it's too late. It doesn't matter how heavy the airplane is. That has no correlation on how hard your feet per minute is. That was every bit of 500. Only thing missing was the tail hook. So I think if anything though, it's because I was starting to flare late, and you'll see the mains. Hold on. Right. You see there, I'm actively flaring. As the mains hit. Let's see if the VSI does anything. I don't know if the VSI is going to work. Let's see. Oh, it should. We're not even at 500 feet per minute right now. Let's see. Maybe a 400. It wasn't even at 500 on the VSI, so I don't know. 485. I'll take Justin's. I'll take Justin's landing rate. I'll tell you what though, that's my first landing since the update, so consider it a practice attempt. How about that view though? How about that? Either way, I've been watching far longer. Butter. Many thanks, you appreciate you, Mad Air. Definitely. Let's just call it 450 butters. I like that. I think it was about a 485. I'll settle for a 485. I just don't know how it can be over 500 if we're like, our vertical speed isn't even 500, you know? Oh well, semantics. Also, it was because my throttles weren't calibrated, right? So that's what it was. Throttles weren't calibrated. Trevor, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you. Enjoyed this one. Figured this out. Reset drone cam. Follow off. Lock on, and bam, you have flyby camera. Reset drone cam. Follow off and lock on, and you have flyby. That's what I do for our flybys on the ground, though. Creased fuselage. Let's see the wing flex here. $4.99, it'd still be legal on VAL. Ooh. Yeah, I think VAL kicks it out at 500. Al Loper, a lot goes into a bounce. Try the throttle excuse next time you slam it at real life. I want to see the wing flex here first. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Kill the music. Stop. Watch this. I'll tell you what. Pause. Rewind it back. I'm gonna fly it. Watch this. Here we go. Resume. And then I'm gonna stop replay. Okay, I have control. Auto thrust is off. I have control. Here we go. I'm flying. Here's proof. Let me see. Oh, hold on. We gotta look how much further I have to move the throttles. Mulligan. I want to try it just for my own. Wow. Look how much difference that throttle is, though. I gotta move it way up there. All right. Let's try this again. This one's for you, Wingnut. I don't know if it'll produce a landing rate, though. Let's see. Yeah, I disconnected. Gosh, it is gusty, though. Look at that, that went way high. 100. Jeez, see how much further you have to move the thrust levers back? Oh, that's a butter. So much butter I can do it from outside view if I wanted to hit the touchdown zone. We're on the ground. That was juicy. Oh, look at the wet effects. Is that new? Is that new? Has that always been there? All right. See, I told y'all. What did I get? 169 on the redemption? All right. I had to do it just for fun. Gustavo says it doesn't count. No, it doesn't count. But I just wanted to see. I wanted to see what the throttles felt like when you had to move them full range. So, all right. It was legal. It was good. 169. I'll take that. Take two. 169. Definitely rigged. All right. I am gonna end it with that one. So, thank you all for tuning in for this stream. It was definitely a little bit of mayhem. I knew it was gonna be crazy from the get-go when our airport got bugged out, and then I couldn't get the charts working, and then I was online with German ATC, and then it's gusting 41 knots, and my throttles weren't calibrated. But it was fun. I had fun. So, let's go. So much better, you almost ran out of runway. I can't. You guys are savages. You're all savages, every single one of you. Either way, hit the like button in your savagery, and I will see y'all on the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'm V1. See ya!